Welcome to my Thursday night live chat. I'm not sure how many is going to be coming in today, but I hope there's going to be more than I am counting on right now because I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. What they're going to do, we'll do mostly an open chat. We're going to do, as you can see, I'm changing out the hat today. A little bit about Ren Faire stuff, a little bit of other things, but I'm going to be seeing who's all going to be showing up. I'm trying out something a little different over here. I've got my light on over here. So I'm trying something a little different. It's still soft light, but it is a little tricky for me to adjust. I'm trying to get the angle right. I don't want to go too dark, don't want to do too light, that kind of thing. I don't have the legs down, but I can go up still, I guess. Without going up too high, I guess. I've noticed when I was seeing most of it, I could get shadows. So I'm just waiting for someone to. Oh, we got 3 people showing up. If you're here, please say hi. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it if you would. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything. Yes, I am wearing my Kincaid Outdoors hat. I got my logo up and running up here, so I can handle as many people as I can think I can handle. Someone. Hey, Wolves, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of everything here, but I've got some Ren Faire stuff I'm going to be going over. I noticed when I was talking to Big Matt, Outdoors with Big Matt and a few others, they're going to the Texas Renaissance Fair on the 1st. I'm going to be going to the Iowa Renaissance Faire this Saturday. And I finally, after all these years, talked my boy into dressing up as one of my other characters. So we're going little Robin Hood action, or maybe even better, Little Ranger Apprentice thing. That's a whole different thing if you know who you know. But we're going to be dressed up in full archery gear. Hey, hon. First of all, I don't appreciate the annoyance thing.
Well, you know what? Third time you've interrupted my show.
Well, your show's not going anywhere.
Well, neither are you.
No, my question is, I think Ian would make a good Ranger Apprentice Gillen. Yeah. Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? Nope, he will not wear red. But we're thinking more of the Ranger Apprentice, if you know John Flanagan's series. I'm a Halt, obviously. You'll see, I've got some pictures if you guys are interested in seeing what I look like, but I'm a lot lighter, a lot skinnier than I used to be. So I will fit the model of Halt a little bit more. I don't have the proper cloak, but I will do my best. And I only have the one cloak, unfortunately. But it's going to be interesting. We're going as archers. So I think we can do a Ranger Apprentice thing. Would probably be the ideal because Ian's just slightly taller than me now. Yeah, I think it would work out really well. We're going to be dressed similar, but a bit different. He's going to have Jenny's Irish sword with him and everything else. Now, I'm still getting used to having a light over here, so bear with me. I can tone it down a bit because it is a little bit annoying. More like, I don't want to go too low, about right there, a little softer. What do you guys think? Is this a good lighting, or do I need to move it some? Because, or should I put the light behind my thing here? Because I was noticed when I've been talking, I've had a big shadow on this side of my face. Starting to feel like Fatima of the Opera type situation. Thank you. Now, I'm a very big book guy, so I like anything about archers and rangers and things like that. So, and yes, I play Dungeons and Dragons too. So there's that. But I'm going to run the Ranger Apprentice thing idea by Ian tomorrow. He's already agreed to wear the outfit, so I think that's kind of cool. They're basically the same outfit. Mine's a little bit newer. It's just going to be a lot bigger on me than it used to be, and my old one's going to be really big on him because he's skinny, tall and skinny. But he is the only ranger with a sword, so that's going to be something that will fit. Sorry, coffee. That first coffee. Now, I don't know how many people. Rob, have you been to a Renaissance fair over there in England? I know they have them, but I wasn't sure if you've been to one or not. And Wolves, I don't know if you have either. Like I said, I do know that Devil Dog is planning on going. I believe Belt Loop's going, and a few others. They're going on the 1st of November down at the Texas one. I wanted to go to the Texas one. It's one of the bigger fairs next to the Scarborough Fair in the States. I've been to Bristol. I've been to the Kansas City Renaissance Fair, and I've been to most Renaissance fairs in the Midwest before my range was stolen. My archery range was stolen. So, because I worked at those with my archery range, so that's too bad. You don't know what you're missing. It's sort of like Robin Hood meets King Arthur meets A Knight's Tale with a little bit of pizzazz and theatrics thrown in, as well as you can shop and drink and stuff like that too. Well, I know you have reenactment events. It's not the same thing. Now, I have yet to see anybody dress up as the crew from A Knight's Tale. That would be cool. Have not seen it done yet. I have seen many things very weird at Renaissance fairs. The strangest was the Star Trek crew. That's why you always carry a secret Starfleet badge with you, no matter where you go. I don't have one. I don't know if my wife's got one. Love, do you have a Starfleet badge? Oh, sorry, folks. I got to turn my light off in my office. I forgot to do that. I'm sure Jimmy's going to appreciate it with the light off. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, they pretty much do that sometimes because we see a lot of cosplayers doing things. Well, they do have time traveler weekends and things like that, which then you get more of a steampunk or your pirate weekends, your Irish weekends, that kind of thing. But I'm usually stick to mostly archer related deals because I like archery. It's my thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's the name of the channel? And if you give me a second, Wolf's Den, just because I believe I need to do this for you. There you go, Wolves. Oh, I'd love to see that. I would love to see you in some steampunk, Western Wild West steampunk stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I love steampunk stuff. Jenny does too. If you have heard of Steam Powered Giraffe, you'll know you know. Oh, I follow Skill Tree. He went to Penzic. He goes to I follow Skill Tree all the time. They're both the hosts are really, really freaking cool. They went to Penzic and they made their own tents, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I know Skill Tree. They went a little different route than I did, but that's okay. To each their own. Now I just got to recreate my poles for my archery range. That's going to suck, but I'm working on it. My poles for my pavilion, I should say. I have a Panther 12-foot round Panther pavilion that I used at the last gathering, and my range got stolen with some of my reenactment gear, which included the poles for my pavilion, my rope bed, and my entire archery range, bows, targets, backdrops, everything. So I have a line on getting about 15, 16 bows for about $180. That'll get me a good selection of mid-range bows. I'm fiberglass ones. I've got a line on getting some new bowstrings made, as well as a place to get arrows. So I still got to get the target stands. Backdrops are easy. I can build those in my sleep, but just the awning may be taking a little time off. But I do have a line on the new front desk that we had, where we put our money box and things like that. I've got a line on something that would work out ideal for that. We were planning on upgrading anyway. This is just a major upgrade, but that's going to cost about $90 plus shipping, because that's where it was originally. I got it at either Lowe's or Menards or something originally, and this one's I think is at Menards or Walmart or something, but it completely compacts down and things like that. So I'm working on getting that done. Hey, CR, how you doing, brother? Nope, I don't mind a newbie. Long as you keep it respectful, I'm okay with that. You know about skill tree. That's a bonus for me. I do not have my hearing aids in, folks. I did take them out to charge them. They're over there. So if I don't hear the dinging on the side down, the people coming in the chat, I apologize, but I do got to see your face. That's a requirement. And I have talked to you multiple times, Wolves, so I do know that. Wolves Den. Doug, how you doing, brother? You're not South Florida now. I thought you were. Let me see here. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Not too
Sorry,
bad.
I do have to turn my camera off.
Well, at least I got to see your face. That's enough.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because I mean, I've had too many trolls come in and end up showing the most inappropriate things, pretending to be somebody else that I knew. So, but
Yes,
welcome
sir.
to the chat, and congratulations on getting your wrench.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to be discussing a little bit of everything. I do a lot of reenacting. I've done medieval reenacting. I've done rendezvous. I've done Comic-Con. But I also run an medieval style full tournament archery range. At least I did before it got stolen, along with my trailer and everything else in it. That would happen this year in July, which really freaking sucked.
Yeah.
Well, like $9,500 to $10,000 worth of stuff gone.
Ooh.
And it's not easy to replace.
No.
The trailer, especially, they're not cheap.
No,
Most of that
not.
price is the trailer, but most of the stuff is some stuff that was custom made for me by people who do not exist anymore.
Mm.
One of my people who worked on with me with my range and stuff, I'm sad to say that she took her own life, and I can't recreate those, which really freaking sucks.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can change the styling on my chat here just a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. What's the temp? I'm not sure what the temp is. Give me a moment. Let me take a look. Give me 3. Ow. Ow.
Oop. You all right?
It's a little loud. This is not an ASMR channel, folks.
Were you hearing feedback or just a knocking?
I could feel when you touched whatever you were touching, I could hear you touching it.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I accidentally knocked my Zippo against my tablet.
Okay. Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? Cornfed is Rob, just to let you know if you don't know. And Rob on the road is Rob. We go Rob with one B and Rob with two B's.
Howdy, Rob and Rob.
Cornfed is actually from Iowa too, like I am. So, and South Florida is not Florida anymore. He's actually North Carolina now. He just moved. CR is from Canada. Rob on the road is from England. I'm not sure where you're from.
I'm from Alabama.
Oh, hey, you're the first from Alabama for me. Cool. Welcome. I got friends from all over Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, you name it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was living
Don't call me
in.
sir. I worked for a living. I'm an Army vet, so don't call me sir.
Oh, right. My apologies.
I'm not a sir.
I forgot that you said that last night that you were in the Army.
Oh, Air Force and Army.
Oh, Air Force and Army.
Yeah.
I was trying to enlist. The closest I got was the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
it's
nothing wrong with
it. That's on the way.
Yeah.
At least you're working towards it instead of just, being handed to you because you have a degree.
Well, I'm not in the Junior Reserves anymore. That was during my school days.
Right.
And now that was 10 years ago.
Well, none of us are that young anymore.
Oh no.
I don't know if Cornfed is going to the Renaissance Fair or not, but since he's from Des Moines, so I don't know if he's going to be going that way or not. But this is the last weekend of the Iowa Renaissance Fair. I kind of missed out on the first one because I went to the Watch Your County Flea Market.
Ooh.
I got a lot of videos about that on my channel if you want to take a look.
I'm going to have to. I love the flea market.
Oh, dude, I have a flea market challenge last year with Herbert T. Outdoors and my son. We had $100 each to spend and build a bug out bag from this flea market. It's a 20-acre flea market.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ask Cornfed, he can understand. He's been there. He's been invited to the next one in the spring. It happens 3 times a year. It happens in it's going to be the 30th of April to the first weekend in May. It's going to be in August, and it's also going to be in October. So, and I end up going all weekend. I camp out at the local campground just where I can spend 2 full days there. It's just so freaking big. You never know what you're going to find. Oh, I kind of figured you got to get your storage cleared out. You're still moving stuff into your new house. He moved into his new house last weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. By the way, check out Cornfed's stuff. If you like fishing, this guy can catch some crappie like you would not believe. Bigger than my hand. Huge. Slabs. Big slabs of thing. Him and his brother. They also do ice fishing. They do all that stuff. And he's really freaking cool. And he's one heck of a cook, too. Trust me. I've known him a long time. So, and Doug's from Florida. He's an oldster like me, but he moved up. He was originally from Florida. I think he's in North Carolina now, which is nothing wrong with that. He just didn't move west enough, and north, my way.
Yeah.
But we actually got some really cool people who've done the Renaissance fairs, who do bushcraft, who do backpacking, hunting, fishing, all that stuff, and they kind of intermix. Right. Tyler Woods Bushcraft does that, or Tyler Woods Outdoors, depending on which title he is at right now. I've backpacked several really good places here in Iowa. There's a 25-mile trail up in northeastern Iowa called Yellow River State Forest. It was voted back in 2019 the best place to backpack. It's one of the top 15 to 19 places to backpack in the United States back in 2019.
I've heard of Yellow River.
Yeah, Yellow River is a beautiful place. It's a man-made forest built in the 30s.
Yeah. That
I love that. I love backpacking. The trout fishing's amazing. I didn't realize you were that close to me now there, Rob. I do got a plan to go thrifting with him in the spring. And Bruno Bob, Elric Bob, is my friend Big Mike. He's also from Iowa.
howdy, Big Mike.
He's the photographer. Yeah, we get all kinds in here. We get bushcrafters, we get hunters, fishermen, bushcrafters. We get everybody. And I do thrifting and everything else. I have a complete bush backpacking setup I got for less than $100 that cost over $2,000. And I'm not joking because I've got a Big Agnes Copper Spur 2 tent that's normally $543. I paid $10 for. And a Black Fighter 1 tent I paid $9 for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you can find a lot of good deals at flea markets, farmers markets, and the like.
Goodwill is your friend.
And Goodwill. Yes, that too.
30 minutes at 80 miles an hour. That's you coming down 163, then hitting 14, right? There, Rob? I know which way to go. Now, yeah, I'm in Newton, Iowa. That's where the place where the Iowa Speedway is, where the racetrack is. If you know NASCAR, you know Rusty Wallace. If you know Rusty Wallace, you know about the track up here.
Oh.
Yeah, he built the track out here.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Before I moved into this location here, I lived about a mile from the racetrack.
I bet that was a pain on race day.
I grew up in a small town in southeast Iowa that wasn't too far from the drag strip. We had the fastest 8th mile drag strip in all of Iowa.
Oh.
And on Friday, Saturday nights, you could hear them like you were standing next to them. And my buddy used to work there at concessions there. And he kept on inviting me, and I never once went because I'm not a car guy. When you hear me talk about getting my car fixed, or a truck fixed, I should say, I am not very mechanically inclined that way. My dad was, my uncles were, I'm not.
All right.
Yep. Rusty Wallace did design the racetrack out here. So look it up. And yeah, like I said, I got a very wide sets of interests. I do like NASCAR, but I like old school NASCAR, not the new stuff.
Same here.
My dad was actually there, Rob, the day he died.
Oh, wow.
At Knoxville. He's talking about the Knoxville Speedway. That is it's an figure 8 track. My uncle and my dad, my two uncles and my dad were there, and he was on his way back, stopped off in Oskaloosa to get something to eat, got done eating, took one foot into the car, and that's it. He was gone. But that was back in 1999, which really sucked because I lost my mom 2 months prior. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. I miss them both. A lot of my outdoor skills and stuff come from my dad. With the exception of my archery skills, he was not an archer. He was one heck of a hunter, though. So where my love of hunting came up. I bow hunt for small game. A lot of bow hunters you are going for like big deer, racks, all that stuff. I hunt for food. When I go fishing, I fish for food. So
that's the way you should hunt and fish, is for food.
And if I get more than
like that trophy thing.
Yeah. Hey, Took. If I get something more that I can eat, I give it to somebody who can use it.
That's awesome.
So pay it forward always. Because I've been in that position where I needed the help and someone helped me. So you pay it forward. Be respectful. That's all I ask. I have 2 rules in this chat, just to let you know: no politics and no religion.
That's fine by me. That's kind of 2 of my rules as well, sir. Or, sorry.
We do support veterans because a lot of us are. And as you know, it's Devil Dog, Belt Loop, and all them.
Right.
You know, a lot of us are veterans. So
I didn't realize that Belt Loop was a veteran.
I believe he is.
I
could be wrong. I have to double check. But I have, because I'm dyslexic, I have a tendency to get their names reversed, or whose name is whose. Because I like calling people by their first names. But Wolfie, I can call you Wolfie, but unless you decide to give me your real first name. But that's all you need to do. I'm Colin, so that's what I go by. That is not my first name. That is my middle name.
Huh.
It just
All right.
And that is not my last name. That is my Red Fair last name that I use. That was my grandmother's last name, which works great for when you do Renaissance fairs.
Indeed.
Hey, Sheriff, how you doing, Roscoe? I don't know if your name is Roscoe, but I don't know what else to call you. If you give me a real name to call you, I will call you anything but Roscoe. What else are you going to call the Sheriff of Hazard County?
The sheriff was Boss Hoss. Or
No.
Boss Hall.
No, Roscoe P. Coltrane was the sheriff.
I thought he was a deputy.
No, that was either Cletus or Enos. I know my Dukes of Hazard trivia.
I got that wrong then.
Oh, yeah. Boss was the county commissioner.
Okay.
Roscoe it is. Okay. Hey,
Cool.
there's worse names to be. By the way, the actor who played Roscoe, James Best, was not only a really funny actor, as you guys know, the platfalls he's done as Roscoe, he was one hell of a guitar player. Look it up. He was on Andy Griffith. He can play a guitar like nobody's business.
That's right. He was. He was on the Andy Griffith show.
Oh yeah, he can play. And Andy Griffith himself, can, you know what I mean. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was the mayor. I think he was the county commissioner too. There, Tuck. Hey, Cliffy, how you doing, brother? Links at the top of the chat. Come on up.
But no, Colin. Wolfie is what I go by when I ride.
Nothing wrong with that. We have bikers here too.
Right on.
Rob is, and he's from England. You should ask him about his group.
Oxygen, or is there a problem with my feet? I actually have a pretty deep baritone bass.
We all have our voices.
Nasally.
My voice goes up and down depending on how excited I am at the moment.
Indeed.
But folks, our Wolf's, your full name is?
My full channel name is Wolves Den Outdoors. Let's see if I can.
You can adjust. But I see what I did with mine with the Colan, then your Kincaid Outdoors with my channel name.
I see that.
You can do that, or I can do it for you.
If you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it, because I can't see how to do it.
Let me see if I can do this. I can actually turn you. I can actually should be able to. Let me check something. Give me a second. I'm hoping I can still do this. I'm not sure. I hope I can do this. It's been a while since I've done this. There we go. Take a look.
There we go.
See?
That is correct.
I just clicked on your name on the side over here and it popped right up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I would suggest you mute your YouTube side.
My YouTube is closed.
And where are you getting the echo from?
I'm not sure.
Is it from me?
Oh, you know what? I do have asthma, and it's kind of flaring up right now, so that could be the hissing.
That's what he's saying, but I'm talking about I can hear my voice echo back.
Oh, you can? All right, then that's me. Apparently this thing will echo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my headphones real quick and see if I can adjust it for there. Okay.
If everybody does this, puts your little @ symbol and your name, will everybody can share each other's channel out. I greatly appreciate it. Roscoe, I'll do the same. I don't know if you have a link yet because they're not now. I'm going to be doing some cosplaying as well as reenacting sort of thing on this weekend on Saturday at the Iowa Renaissance Festival. I finally, after almost 20 years, I've convinced my boy to do a team role-playing cosplay thing that actually works out because he's just a little taller than me now, and I've got a perfect one for him to be, and I just got to see if he's interested because he's already wearing my extra outfit and everything else. And it's going to be really, really cool. I plan to. I wish I could record it, but it doesn't work with the outfit I'm wearing, so I can't record stuff. If I can get Jenny to do some recording for me, I would really appreciate it. But I got to talk to her. I haven't really talked to her about that yet. If she'd get a few pictures here and there of Ian and me together, that'd be awesome. We're going to be pulling out our longbows and everything else. We're going to be looking really freaking cool and that kind of thing. Let's see what else. Cliffy. Where are you? Welcome back.
Oops, sorry.
Turn your phone sideways. No. In the immortal words of Jester Lavore, or Jester Stone now, are you pooping? That was me. I hit the number lock instead of the backspace there, CR. I think I got everybody. The only person that didn't really pop up was Groundfog. Usually pops in, and he never did today. Hey, Cecilia. How you doing? Glad you could make it. Yeah, we're going to be. I have another co-host up here. It's going to be who is Wolves Den Outdoors. He's new. He's from Alabama. I've been talking to him on other channels, so he's up here now. Cool, because Ian is going to be similar to me. Not exactly, but close. He's going to have his longbow. I'm going to have my longbow. It's going to look amazing. Cook, I got get your name up there too. Give me a second here. That should be clickable. Let me know if those are clickable or not. If I'm not, let me know because I am trying to figure this out. Trying to if I could share everybody's channel out. You can eat all my hazelnuts for me there, Took, because I can't eat them. I'm allergic. Oh, that reminds me. I got to grab something down and get it back in shape for this weekend. Dang it, I can't see. I dented my mug for the fair, and it's kind of dented up, as you can see. I got to get the dent out right here. If anybody has any suggestions on how to do that, maybe I do. May need a different mug for that. I use my Bluetooth through my computer. So when I have my hearing aids in, but that's not technically through Streamlabs. So Talk Studio, so that might work. If you want to come up and just go normal, that's perfectly fine. Okay, thanks for letting me know. If you want to put your channel name in the chat, please, for everybody can click on it. I really appreciate it. We're going to share as many we can out. And while I'm talking to you guys, I am going to try to get this dent out. And I may try to make myself a new strap for my tankard for this weekend, because I used to make them all the time. I just got to get some leather for it. I got some leather that's perfect for it. I just haven't done it in a while. Got to get me a proper container to stretch this puppy out. Let's see what I got. What do I have? What do I have? Oh yeah. Not perfect, but it's better than it was. I put an old coffee mug in there, and nothing wrong with it being a little flat in spots. I'm gonna try to get some leather on there to get that dent out right there. But I've had this mug for years. It's been well loved, as you can see. It's a little thick for that there, Roscoe. I was thinking about I got some leather I can use in my leather kit. I was going to put some leather on there and then use a, not this kind of pair of parts, but bigger channel locks, and see if I can just tilt it out a little bit. Yes, they do, Chuck. Yes, they do. This is actually the second one I had. It's a colonial pewter mug. I had another bug out bag years ago that got stolen out of my car when I was at Jenny's workplace. And I had one of these things, which I bought when I was in the service, when I was stationed out in California. And it was this exact model with the rings and everything else. Then when I found this on eBay, I told the person who was selling it all my story about it. And he sold this one too. He made sure I got this one. So this is the exact replica of the same make and model. It was brand new when I got it. Still had the paperwork and everything. And I've had carried this thing for over 20 some years, or one like it at least. Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. I was planning on figuring something out. This one here got caught. There we go. It's not perfect, but it is better. It still holds quite a bit of coffee. Yeah, I don't use coffee in this one because it's conducts heat really, really well. But I plan on using a really cool bow this weekend. So I'm going to plan on going full Ranger Apprentice mode. I'm not sure if my boy knows that, but he's going to be the only one carrying a sword. I don't carry a sword. I do plan on carrying one thing if I can figure out a way to carry it with me this weekend. Yes, I do. I do. I support that 100%, Wolves. Wolfie, I do. So if you have your channel name, or you got a channel link, please put that in the chat. Please share that puppy out. Support each other, folks. And there's one thing I'm planning on doing. I don't know if it counts. Give me a second. I do have swords, guys, just to let you know. Proper swords, but I don't have a lot of stuff that works for a Ranger Apprentice much. According to the books, anyway, I plan on getting the correct setup. I don't have it yet. Like the throwing knife and CX setups. But I would love to carry this. It's not quite a sword, but it is like a short sword. I kind of like it. I just ordered a sheath for this one, but it's nylon, not leather. I'd rather have a leather one, but I do like this. I got this at the flea market or at the beginning of the month, so there's that. Nothing wrong with singing. This would be an EDC. I will show you the sheath that I ordered for this. This is a discontinued sheath now. Give me a second here. I will pull it up and you guys tell me what you think. Give me a second. I got to find it. It's under ordered items. I got it through the Knife Center. The only reason I got this one because even though I want a leather one, this is what I'm going to be I got for this one here. Now, give me a second here. I want to make that bigger. As you can see, this is a Marbles 14-inch bolo machete sheath. And it does have this right here is a sharpening stone pouch with 2 extra pouches. They discontinued this one, but I found this one on a secondhand website that still had one in stock. And I like the fact that it has the extra pouches. So, but that's what I picked up. And for $9, it was well worth the price. What do you guys think? That's pretty cool. Oh, I bet took. Yeah, but right now this one here, I paid $5 for this. guys. I know this is about a $24, $25 item. Nothing brand. If I got it brand new, this is not a brand new item. This was an older one. I like the feel in my hand of this one here. And I like the ring of it. It does have a little bit of surface rust, as you can see here. I've got some steel wool. I plan on getting rid of that. The patina on the other side is just amazing. It's not rusty at all. It's just there. I like the look. I like the heft. So it makes a really good short sword. And it is full tang, so which is a really good thing too. And it does have a little spot right here, which I plan on flattening out right here for a 90-degree spine right there, for I could use it with a ferro rod. So what do you guys think? This is also a good bushcraft item, which I'm going to be adding to my pack. This is a Tramontina, Brazilian made. I just like the bolo design. I do have some steel wool. I have not tried to see if I can get that off there yet. I've got some 3-in-1 oil and things like that to help fix the setup for those. Give me a second here. I have a kit that I have some steel wool in. I have never used it for, I don't have a 9-volt battery to carry it in, but I do have both batteries I could use with it. I just got to remember which, this is my pouch I carry everything in. And if anybody wants to come up, please do. I have no issues with you guys coming up. Just let me know you want to come up. And like I said before, if I haven't seen you before, I got to see your face. Oh, there it is. Aha. I knew I had steel wool. I don't have any light sandpaper, if you guys were going to ask that. That was in the gear that was in the trailer. So I don't have everything I used to have, unfortunately. And there's Cliffy. Here, Cliffy. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing. Freaking worn out, but I'm doing.
How's the garden growing?
Trying to get stuff prepped and ready and inside the greenhouse because it's still going to get cold next week.
Yeah,
or this week.
It was like in the high 60s most of the day until now. Now it's in the 70s. It went up. Don't ask me what happened.
I was like 75, 80 most of the day.
Ours was a little bit
a low
lower.
of like 41 tonight, so I put some of my plants inside and moved a few things and transplanted another plant, and hopefully it makes it, and trimmed a few plants, stretched, trying to straighten out some so I can get my plants to grow the way I want them to grow and not the way they want to grow.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I told Jason. I had to turn down getting some seeds from Goodwill the other day. Not because I have no place to put them. And one of them, one of the sunflower seeds. Yeah, I mean, those things take space, and I don't have it. What do you think of my machete, though?
That is worn out.
It's not worn out. It's comfortable.
Heavily used.
Well, it's not like it's, chipped and everything else, It does have it needs a little TLC, but that's what doesn't. And one of the things, I've got files and stuff I can use on that. I don't have a grinder to be able to grind stuff like this, unfortunately.
Evening Wolves, evening Tuck, good evening CR. Also hello and greetings to Robs.
Colin,
Rob. Molly. If Molly's in here.
Oh, no, I didn't see
Danny's
Jason yet. They're going to be late, they said.
And then Cecilia as well.
And Roscoe. sheriff of Hazard County. I didn't call him Roscoe. He says he's okay with that because he didn't want to give his name out. So that's perfectly fine. We went a whole Dukes of Hazzard run on that one. But it's I'm not sure if you know anything about the Ranger Apprentice book series, Cliff.
The what now?
So that answered my question right there. John Flanagan, who's an Australian writer, wrote a series of books called The Ranger's Apprentice. It's a they call it like not exactly young adult fiction type stuff back in the day, but I still love the books the way he wrote. Really cool series. About like a medieval style kingdom, fantasy kingdom, whatever, and these guys have rangers in these little burrows type situations throughout the whole kingdom, and about this orphan who became a ranger for no reason whatsoever, for some unknown reason, and all this other stuff he goes through. And it turns out to be one of the best rangers this kingdom's ever had. But one of the main characters' name is Halt, just like
Who goes
Halt.
there?
Yep, that same kind of Halt. Yep. And his apprentice's name is Will, and his other older apprentice's name is give me a second here. I'm trying to remember everybody's name. I think it's Galen. Yeah, Gillen. And I think I convinced Ian to wear one of my outfits this weekend, my older one. So we're going to do Ranger's Apprentice this weekend at the Renaissance Fair. Because they use longbows and stuff like that. So, and Ian can shoot too. So I definitely need to get some white sandpaper on this. What do you think?
Yeah. Or some steel wool.
Got steel wool. But I don't know what else to put on it to help get the Thing is, it's got the rust on this side, but not this side. This side has no rust. It's just the patina, but this side's got little bits of spot rust. It's like they had it hanging or something.
Steel wool and some vinegar.
Okay, that's an idea. I don't think I have any vinegar at the moment, though.
Barbecue sauce and mustard works.
Coca-Cola?
No. Coca-Cola will put a patina on it.
Oh, okay.
Take it off.
I can't use the method I can do it cast iron, so.
Now, cast iron's a whole different process.
By the way, I got a question for Cornfed. If you know anybody who can do brazing of cast iron, let me know. Because I've got something that cracked and I need to get it repaired. And only if someone brazes it is the only way it's going to be fixed. I don't have any lemon juice, and Jenny's allergic to citrus, so that's usually out.
Yeah, that's mainly what I was sticking in my greenhouse today was all my citrus plants.
Yeah, Cliff is one of the best container gardeners I know. I'm clarifying as a container gardener, and because you don't think yourself is that good.
I'm only 5 years in. I will probably for the next 20 years still consider myself a novice gardener.
I mean, you're not Howie level, but who is?
I'm not Mallory level either.
Who?
Mallory?
Oh, nobody's Mallory's level. Though Howie's close. But then again, I think Howie's a lot older than Mallory. I do got steel wool. That's all I've got right now, This is what I usually use for starting fires. But I figured it doesn't stop me from being able to use it for doing that. I'm just trying to get the surface rust.
No, but the problem is with that fine steel wool is particles break off, so now you have bits and pieces of metal everywhere.
That's what magnets are for.
Yeah, it doesn't really pull it out of the carpet very well.
I've got hardwood floors, dude.
Also doesn't pull it out of your pants very well.
Well, I'm wearing shorts right now. You did hear about my weight loss breakthrough, didn't you?
No.
I broke the 230 range. I'm down in the 229s.
Nice.
Yep.
Congrats.
So, one thing I do like the heft on this thing. I like it because it's a blade, point heavy, and it fits my hand. I want to drill a hole right here for a lanyard hole, but I don't know if I can get it through there without cracking it. That's my only issue.
Drill press.
I don't have one.
Yeah, that's the only issue. Drill press would be the easiest way to go because you can go high speed and slow. A little bit of oil, it'll pop right through there.
Really?
But you also need a carbide bit. Otherwise, you're just going to melt your drill bit tip.
Well, the thing is, it's not going through metal because it's only, remember, the handle only goes down about right there. I'm going to do it down here where it's just plain wood.
Yeah, that'll end up splitting
Right
it.
in this area here. Because
You're better off drilling a hole in between the last and the middle rivet and then putting your lanyard in there weird.
Why?
Because if you put it on the bottom, you're just going to end up splitting off the wood.
Well, if I split off this little knobby thing, at least I still got something to hold on to. If I put something up here and it cracks, I got nothing to hold on to.
Shouldn't crack way up there. Because that metal rivet, that's almost, 85% tang on that?
Oh, it's 100% tang. It goes all the way to right there.
Yeah, see, then it's not going to crack drilling a hole through the middle of it.
But I think it's like, what would you call that? It's not technically a full tang, 3/4 tang. But
No, that's like 90%.
90% tang.
But did they cut the metal to fit in that little hand notch on the bottom, or the hilt, or the?
Right.
So that's the thing. If you drill through there and it's solid wood, you're going to end up splitting the wood off. Hey, Howie, how's it going?
Speaking of which, you must have heard us. His ears must have been burning. We were talking about you. Some of us are from outer space there, Howie, so we're not exactly Earthlings. We're Celestials.
I am a... Oh, you know what? I forgot the technical name for it.
Homo sapien?
Neo sapien.
Neo sapien? What's a neo sapien?
Alien.
Ah.
Or Eileen, depending on how you really want to be funny and pronounce it.
A what?
Eileen.
Alien.
And Eileen.
Alien.
Alien.
You get said if it's alien, that means
we're just talking about skills of gardening.
Yeah, we got between you, Cliff, and Mallory are some of the best gardeners I know. And my skills are like, you guys are up here. I'm like way down here. I'm still maintaining my tomatoes. They're still alive. So I'm hoping on that one.
I did not grow tomatoes at all this year.
Well, my tomatoes are like this big right now. They haven't turned or anything. They're not going to. These are the Walmart ones. They come in the little 2-pack originally. That was the seeds from those. I got them earlier this year, and I decided to plant them and see what happens. And they grew.
Yeah, right now I'm getting a freaking astronomical amount of bell peppers.
Now, do you do stuffed peppers or anything like that?
No, most of the time we just chop them up for fajitas.
Because I know you can do stuffed peppers with those.
You get them big enough, yeah. But you want like really good sized bell peppers. The ones I have are slightly smaller than what you would normally find at the store.
But you don't need to have a ton of size for those. I mean, if you got even a medium sized one, is still not bad. You just don't. You just make more of them.
Yeah, I got skinny ones too.
I mean, I can't eat a ton. because of
I can go snap one off right now just to show you random various size.
Do you have a pepper of unusual size?
What was that again?
A pepper of unusual size.
No.
Sorry,
I do not have a pus. Thank you.
RUOSs you have to deal with, like
No, rats of unusual size and strength. RUSS.
rodents of unusual size. Yeah.
Yeah, they were rats.
Yeah. All right, welcome back, Doug.
Pickles of unusual size. What?
That would be a good one.
Peppers.
Stuffed pepper casserole.
Peppers.
Took said stuffed pepper casserole. Sounds interesting.
Jesus, Howie, that's a crud ton. That is an astronomical amount of freaking grapes.
How many? Yeah.
It's 1,000 pounds of grapes over there.
Okay, are you doing juicing? Or are you making jams and jellies? What's the plan? Making wine?
Which I'll go grab one of my bell peppers. I'm gonna yank it right off the plant. I got those things are growing like crazy.
Okay. That sounds good, Took, by the way. Hey, hon. Stuffed bell pepper casserole. Took just talked about it. So we know it exists, so it means you can probably make it. Sorry, CR, you already ate, but it happens. Food is discussed here. But the POUS is still can go if you talk about Mallory, potatoes of unusual size, because she had potatoes like this freaking big as her head. Oh, if you can, you should try making some vinegar. If you decide to ferment some, you should make some vinegar for yourself. If you want to go that route too. You know how useful vinegar is. If you got that much grapes, you should be able to make the grape vinegar. It's not as good as apple cider vinegar, but it still could work. I've got my Back to Basics book. They have a ton of recipes and stuff in there. I love that book. But by the way, if anybody else wants to come up join us up here, I have my subscription paid up. Please feel free to join me up here. I got plenty of room.
It took longer than expected. I had to go close up one of my greenhouses.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Cramp on the app. What the hell did I run over?
He said he's planning on juicing most of the way and freezing most and bringing 200 pounds to the food bank. Okay, nothing wrong with that, Howie. But if you decide to go the fermented route and try to make yourself some vinegar, that's always a good way to you could use in your prepping. That is a nice pepper. That's the classic look, but it's a little smaller. But I like the one in your
one's got
your right hand.
Dolphins.
That one right there, yeah.
This one's got the trifecta on the bottom.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, like I said, they're about the size of the store-bought ones.
Yeah, those would make really good stuffed peppers.
Make really good fajitas, too.
And Took, you're not wrong. Homemade grape juice does sound good.
Fajitas.
Hey, Cliffy, I like your peppers.
Yeah, I got like 15, 20 plants, and they're just loaded right now with bell peppers. I'm just
any more than a handful, Cliffy, then that's too much.
Say what?
Any more than a handful, it's too much.
Milking my peppers. Don't sound like there's any pepper babies in there, so.
No seeds?
No, pepper babies. where sometimes you get one of the seeds on the inside as the placental stem is growing.
Oh, it sprouts?
And then it like sprouts in there, and you get like this little round, little curly, what looks like basically a bell pepper fetus. I get those all the time at work. You cut them open, and there's like little bell peppers in there.
Well, that's good to know, Howie. I did not know that. Fresh grape juice cleans your lymph nodes and cleans out your liver.
Nice.
Good to know. I drink coffee. Coffee is good for your kidneys. By the way, Howie, I'm going to show you one of my newest acquisitions from the flea market from at the beginning of the month. My Tramontina Bolo machete. By the way, did you see the sheath that I ordered for this?
No, I was busy
Check this
taking
out.
care of some. I was dropping the kids off at the pool.
Okay, give me a second here. Check that out.
No, not too bad.
Yeah, according to the website, where's it at? It's got 3 pouches, and one of the pouches is actually the one on this pouch right here on the end is for a sharpening stone.
Okay.
So I think that would make a good little survival sheath with this machete.
Yeah.
And though I'd rather have a leather one, to be fair, but for the price of $9.95, that's not a bad price. Because the main site, Marble's website, doesn't sell these anymore. They're considered discontinued. And I was just lucky to get one at all. But the fact is, I'd have to cross draw this one anyway because I'm left-handed to make it useful. But I like the fact that with the extra pouches, I can add, any gear in there that I'd like to add in there. Plus, I'd be able to facilitate sharpening my machete, which I think is a really cool idea. Oh, muscadines. Oh, those sound good. I've had muscadine jelly. That's pretty cool. So do I, Took.
Yeah, don't we all?
But like I said, I found this for $10. I think that's a good price considering I paid $5 for the machete. They normally go brand new for like between 25 and 27. But that's for the newer models. This is an older one. I don't know how old this one is or what year this one is, but I just like it because it is what it is.
Bink.
I do like that. When I was putting it in my car, I put it right there next to my seat, and I would hear that and it go, it would just like ring. See if I can get that to ring.
Bink.
But there, my tankard. I was fixing my tankard too for the fair this weekend. No one's going to recognize me at the fair this weekend, Cliff.
Why?
Last time I was at the fair in May, I was 30 pounds heavier. And I'm going to have somebody with me who's dressed similar to me, but not exactly. So that's going to be interesting.
Ooh,
I wish Ian had a cloak to go with his, but we don't have any extra cloaks. We only have one, unfortunately. But I hear ringing in my ears all the time, CR. Now, I think a good video would probably be when I get that sheath, Cliff, would make it like a little survival kit for that.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, it's got the sharpening stone already, and it's got 2 extra pouches. I would say something like a ferro rod at least, or a flint and steel maybe. What do you think?
I don't know if you can see it, Tuck, but right there, under just above that little green thing, I have a machete, and that's actually a cold steel machete.
Can I see your cold steel machete?
Oh, okay. Technically, it's a kukri, but
Nothing wrong with kukris either. Now you're just showing off there, Wolfie.
I'm not really trying to show it off. I was just saying.
Hey, I like Cold Steel products, actually, to be honest. They're decent. They're really decent stuff. Their shovels are amazing. Here, let me make you big. There you go. Does it come with a sheath?
That's my little ghost light.
Does it have a sheath with it too?
Yeah, it comes with a sheath.
Too bad it doesn't have a pouch to go with it.
I don't need a pouch for this.
No, for sharpening and stuff.
This thing comes freaking shaving sharp when I got this. Technically, I didn't purchase this. It actually came in one of my subscription boxes, which was good because it replaced the other one that I had for forever ago, and I busted it. I was not happy when I broke it.
Oh, that happens a lot, actually. This thing here is sharp right here. Oh, sorry.
Can't see.
I know you can't see. It's sharp right here till it gets to about right here. Then this part here has not been sharpened in a long time. So I'm gonna have to go over this till it gets back into get the edge back. Because it's like literally, look at this, Cliff. I'm pressing really hard on my hand.
Oh, if I did that on this one, I'd be going to the hospital.
Well, if I did it right here, I would be going to the hospital. But right here,
Even if I just did this here on this end, Colin, it would slice me from tip to wrist.
this is perfect. Look at that. That's almost flat right here for my fingernails. So it needs to be ground down proper because it kind of fades from right here and it just fades out.
Ooh, nice. CSN My Tonto. Those are nice. Tontos are really good knives to have.
Took, if you want to show it, come on up. I picked up a really nice Mora while I was at the flea market for $10.
Or less.
Well, $10 for a Mora, for a basic 501 basic Mora.
He paid less for a Mora.
But brand new, still not bad price. It's just that I'm not into red handles and stuff like that. But it's great for if you don't lose it and stuff.
Cramps. Oh. Well, getting colder out in the greenhouse, little by little.
I will try to do some video while I'm out there at the fair, especially the knife vendors. My friend Jarrett, who pops in from time to time, you talk to him, Cliff.
Yeah.
I'll show off his booth this weekend, so you guys can check out his booth. He's got a really good selection. He's the one that got that orange handle bushcraft knife I have for the kit that I'm giving away.
Yeah.
I got it from him. Not a bad knife. It's not great, but it's not bad. I actually traded it for another knife, and then he bought that one out to replace it. I go, ooh, I like that one better. He said, okay, just bring that one back, and I'll switch it out. And that's what I did. Because I like the idea when you do bushcraft stuff that you got knives you can see. Because losing your bushcraft knife in the brush sucks.
Yeah, that's why they keep putting fluorescent orange handles on them now. Because the green ones before, you drop it in the ground and you're like, well, that's gone.
Well, Jenny's got a bright neon green one. That works. But it's also the one she has with their little ferrule rod in it. That was the Light My Fire one that I bought for myself originally. Then I realized I had like 7 Moras, and Jenny has none. And she doesn't have a ferrule rod. So I threw that in her bag because it works better for her. Which, by the way, I'm going to have to go through all my gear and resize everything to make it smaller. Because I had it set for when I was really fat, and now I've got to tighten everything up.
You won't be adjusting too much.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't realize you do have a drill and grinder. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mike, for probably about a minute and a half, was a multimillionaire. He sold 130 acres of property here in Iowa, and most of it went to bills.
Jesus.
And his late father's his stepmother who contested the will, unfortunately. But he was, his property was where I was going to go hunting that one time. He offered me his property to go rabbit hunting with my bow.
Yeah.
But now that they sold most of it,
Can't do it.
well, I can, but his sister and brother don't like people, wanting firearms. I don't know if they will allow bows, which is different. Because I'm getting rid of pests anyway, because like rabbits and squirrels anyway, because they're kind of pest control where he's at. But they do have a lot of cats out there at their farm.
Cats ain't gonna do squat to a rabbit.
No. Well, little baby bunnies.
Ones.
Little baby bunnies, yes. I'm probably going to take my sword to one of the blacksmiths I know and see what they can do with it, and see if they could properly set it up. Because I mean, I know at least 2 blacksmiths that have been on Forge and Fire, so maybe one of them can clean it up and make it look nice. Why I don't do it myself? Because there's people who are better qualified for it than me. And I'd like to see their work. Ian's got one of Adam's knives that he carries himself. So, which he got for only $20. Okay, people, say something. Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Something wicked this way comes, because it is spooky season, folks. I forgot to check. What day is Halloween on?
I think it's on a Thursday.
Friday. None of us have a live on Friday, but I'll probably do a costume thing on the 30th. Since that's the 30th. It's on a Thursday. I will dress up in my Rentier garb or something like that. Unfortunately, I have a mask I could wear, but I can't see without my freaking glasses. But I have a really cool mask I could wear too. So, unfortunately, I can't. Unless I want to try to pay someone to get me some contacts between now and Saturday.
Let's try
So,
this.
is there anybody getting ready for spooky season there in Albuquerque?
Everybody is.
Except you.
No, I've got stuff out in my yard.
Really? Can I see?
Yeah, I shut it off the other day. My freaking dragon.
Well,
I haven't
you
had a
have
chance to get anything else yet because I've been busy trying to get my plants to not freeze.
Right. I've been seeing some new dragon stuff that's full-on animatronics type stuff. One thing I saw was a thing from Ghostbusters. You know, the gatekeeper when he turns into that animal creature thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a full-on animatronic version of that you can order. And by changing out the horns, you could either be the gatekeeper or the keymaster.
Rick Moranis.
Who's here? Who is here?
Not me. It ain't me in the bathroom in the corner sitting in the...
How you doing, brother? Long time no see.
Hey. Tuck.
Hey, I'm not used to seeing your face, so nice to meet you, Shane.
It took me a few minutes to get set up. I'm not in my own house right now, so I'm house sitting. So I had to make a spot.
You're using your phone right now? Are you
tablet?
Turn your tablet sideways. See if you can get if you makes your screen bigger. Nope, that doesn't do anything, does it?
Turn me upside down.
No,
it turns me upside down.
Tablet doesn't have that auto.
Yeah, he's probably got auto rotate off.
Yeah, he probably has it locked. Just like you on a phone, you can lock it for you. It doesn't. You can turn it sideways, but it give you a bigger like we are. You can do it with a phone. I wasn't sure if you could do it with a tablet. But hey, you're house sitting. There's nothing wrong with that. What's it like, house sitting?
Yeah, well, I'm pet sitting. That requires me to be in the house, so I'm also house sitting.
pet says okay. What kind of pet?
Is an yeah, an old cat and an older dog that I have to look after.
Nothing wrong
So
with that. Hey,
here's my little EDC,
oh, that's cool.
Cold Steel Bush Ranger light. Yeah, affordable, worth every penny. The
Let me make it
the
bigger.
Bush Ranger. The Bush Ranger is like $139. The lights are like $40.
Right.
So, well, you can get them on sale sometimes for like 32 bucks.
I don't usually play.
It's the best folder I've ever had. No, that's not saying much, but I mean, this thing is, I can't break this thing.
Never say never. I got a kid with ADHD, and he will find a way. You tell me it's impossible, he'll find a way.
Oh no, I'm sure I'll break it someday, but I haven't found a way yet. It's pretty tough. I like it. And this is the Cold Steel San Mai. This, I don't know how much it cost exactly because it was a gift. I got it a few months ago from a friend that I've never met.
There you go.
Yeah, the gray shot cord I added to try to get it set up for scout carry.
Okay.
So
nice little blade.
and you were talking about 90-degree spines for. These come with a 90-degree spine, so you have no trouble with a ferro rod with this.
What's the steel?
You get one of these.
Should say on the blade somewhere.
It says San Mai on.
I know what San Mai is. I watched Fire.
Yeah, it doesn't say on the blade. It says Master Tana on one side and Cold Steel on the other.
Oh, okay.
If it's on there, I can't read it.
Cold Steel's probably OS 8.
Maybe 5 years ago.
Or 1095 high carbon.
But
I don't have a
I can't
lot
put in
of
chart.
other than my Moras.
The sheath leaves something to be desired, in my opinion. Doesn't have much retention, almost none.
Well,
that's okay.
It's just
The
regular
knife
nylon.
is fantastic.
Is it nylon?
Yeah, it's like a combination of nylon webbing and Kydex probably. So, I got putting together stuff to make my own Kydex press. So I'm going to make my own sheath.
You don't really need much more than a heat gun and some Kydex. You know that, right?
You need high heat density foam and a frame.
Yeah.
You can make one of those.
Yeah, putting together the materials. I have a set of door hinges, some scrap wood. I just got the foam, and now I need a couple of clamps of the right size.
Right.
And I'll be making sheaths. I might even try holsters, but I'm not showing you that everyday carry on this stream.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
Just the knives.
I carry Moras.
No, I carry these and a 9mm. So
I don't have any.
I have never owned a Mora. I want one though. I heard nothing bad about anything Mora makes.
I'm
sorry?
going to give one away. I'm giving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that's not the. I mean, while I really like Moras, because one of my first bushcraft knives I ever owned was a wooden handled Mora 001. And that's one of the ones that got stolen in my first bug out bag. And I carried that one forever until that one got stolen. Now the only thing I can find is a freaking polycarbonate, little rubber handled ones that really suck. But I was recently given this one here. Is a Flissa. It's from Amazon. Cornfed actually is the one that gave me this one. It's not exactly real leather, but it's just, faux leather. But this thing look how beefy this thing is.
Yeah, I appreciate that on blades.
Oh yeah, and
I don't want the blade to flex unless I'm filleting something.
This one right here, the batoning potential, 90-degree spine, micarta handle. I love the color too. And it's not exactly I think it's a Scandi grind. as you guys can see. It's got a little few scratches because I've been,
Oh, this is where you're going to lose me because I still have not memorized all the different grinds, what they look like in my head. Like I understand convex and concave, and then after that I kind of get lost. I try to review the diagrams every once in a while, but
give me a second. Okay,
I'm
this
trying
is
to
a
remember what
Mora.
Scandi is.
That's a Scandi.
That's a Scandi. You can see that. Because that means that blade goes from here straight down.
No, it just means it has an extremely steep, narrow pitch for a blade.
Yep, and this one does too.
Okay.
But the one thing I like about reason I like this one over the Mora is look how thin this is compared to that. I like the beefiness of this one.
It's like double,
It is about double.
maybe more.
Look how thick it, I mean, this is look how you can see it. Look at that. It's wider. It's not the same. It's a little long, about a half an inch to an inch longer. But I just like this one's a bushcraft life in my book. This one here I would use for like projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is this plastic.
Yeah, I know the smaller, thinner, lighter blades have their place for certain tasks, but if you have to lean on a blade in a hard, in a hard knit, you're having a bad moment in time, and you have to really lean on a blade. To me, the thicker the better.
Yep. And this one here online this was apparently he got this 2-for-1 thing.
Thanks.
On Amazon, like $25, and it's a Flissa. That's how it's spelled, Flissa. And this one here,
I've seen the name.
This one's
Yeah, I've looked at those.
D2 steel, and like I said, it's not what you call a high quality.
I can see the D2
thing, but it's better than the plastic one. Only thing I have an issue with, I'm left-handed. That's my biggest issue. I have a thing for left-handed gear. There isn't any out there. No one believes in left-handed people, apparently. So I do rant on about the left-handed people gear thing, as Cliff can tell you.
Yes.
So do you make your own sheaths, or do you know somebody that makes left-handed sheaths?
I did.
Because I know this one's right-handed.
Tyler used to do some leather working, but he kind of fell out of that one in the last year or so. So I don't know if he still does it or not.
Oh, really?
He used to work. He was from Iowa, and he used to do Renaissance fairs and make sheaths and bushcrafts. He's got his own. Is it Tyler Wood bushcraft or outdoors now, Cliff?
It's still Tyler Wood's bushcraft.
Okay.
I'm looking at this one, and I hadn't noticed before, but this is left or right. You can just unscrew the this and flip it.
Well, that's always good.
So if you get your hands on one of these, yeah.
No, the Mora,
it's two screws. You just flip it around and make it right in.
The Mora is just like a plastic thing. And the only thing is, if you push this in too far on some of these Moras, the little drain hole, the tip comes out. When you push it in too far, it sticks out, and you can stick yourself with that. It's a safety issue.
Oh, yeah. I'll say.
And I had the Mora Light My Fire version, if you know what that one is. It's basically, it's Light My Fire, which does the ferro rod stuff, and Mora combined to make a ferro rod inserted Mora. It's actually pretty cool. I've got my wife's in the other room.
That does sound cool.
I found it. They made them for a while. They discontinued them because they went their separate ways, and each of them made their own versions of it now. But I have their original Light My Fire Moras, which they don't make anymore. Found them for $30 a piece at a tractor supply company here in Iowa. There's a whole row of them. I had just enough money to buy 2 of them. So I bought one for my boy and one for me. But give me a second. I'll go get it for you. Cliff, you got the channel.
I got the comms.
You got the comms.
That greenhouse to replace
Take
one.
the helm.
Take the helm there.
Take the helm. You are the captain now.
Mm.
You guys know anything about Work Tough Gear knives?
I've heard of them. Don't actually have any, or have any used any of them.
I hadn't seen any bad reviews. People that have them rave about them. I like the way they look.
I mean, I assume if they make a knife as well as they make pants and shoes.
I don't know if that's the same company, but they make their knives in batches, so they have release dates and they sell out real fast. And the person that bought me this originally wanted to buy me the Work Tough Gear, one of the Work Tough Gear knives, and she put herself on the mailing list, the alert list, and months and months went by and it never came up because they don't produce like all their different makes and models in like a regular schedule.
Yeah.
So she's like, I want to buy you a nice knife. Just pick something else. And it was like, okay. So I was like, I wasn't ready because I just kind of threw it out there in conversation. Oh, my dream knife right now is this knife. And she's like, I'm going to get you that knife. And I was like, you don't have to do that. And she insisted. And this is like a thing that dragged on for like 8 months. Like I kept kind of saying thank you, but no thank you. And she insisted. So it kind of got narrowed down to this. And I'm happy with it. But I still wouldn't mind having the, I think it's the Honcho was the one I was really looking at. Work Tough Gear Honcho. It's a beefy knife.
Here's the more
difficult to conceal. I mean, I'm 6'2", 256. It's hard for me to conceal this. The Honcho, I don't know. I'd have to wear it in my pants or something. I don't know.
I could probably scout carry that Sancho and everything would be just disappear. I'm 6'2", but I'm like 2.
Yeah, no, I do.
Sorry, 6.
I do scout carry it, but it's still close. It's because the way my belt is, it's like the buckle kind of makes it pop a little bit. But I think I can fix that problem with a custom sheath.
Yeah, you can fix that problem easy. You just gotta
have
get
better retention.
Okay, is that a dangle or is that a belt sheath?
Both. It's
both. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a dangle in the back. It's got Velcro and a snap, but it's also you can do all kinds of stuff with it because it's got these slots and holes. So
you have a ferrule rod.
You can do a.
You need a ferrule rod attachment.
No, I don't have mine over here.
If I make a sheath for it, and I really do want to make a sheath for it, I'll put a ferrule rod on it because this has a really nice 90 on the spine all the way down, almost to the tip.
Okay, 2 things. First thing I was
going to go right to the tip.
Okay, Shane, this is
the 90 goes right to the tip.
Yeah, this is the more like my fire, like I was telling you.
260's not bad.
You don't see these anymore because they stopped making them. The part that I gave this to my wife because she didn't have one. It's just a simple plastic sheath, little retention clip. But the part that's really cool, it's got a built-in ferrule rod.
I think $100 just for an extra 2 feet.
Paid $30 for this originally. Now, the latest Mora I've just picked up is this one. And this one is a carbon. This is the one I'm going to be giving away.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and yes, everybody knows how much I paid for it. So,
$80.
$10 is what I paid for it at the flea market.
Hey, CR, I think this is the first time CR has seen me on a live.
Hey, you're welcome here. You've been a moderator for I don't know how long now? Months?
Yeah. Well, this is only my 3rd time on a live, and my first time was like a month ago.
By the way, take a look.
I kind of got badgered into that one.
Look at your name now. I put that in case anybody wondered who that was. That's now we know who everybody is because we put your channel name in there with it. That way people can identify. It makes it easier for everybody, at least my spouses, especially me. Who's all here still?
Me.
I know you're here. CR's still here. Howie's kind of floating. And Big Mike got kicked off.
Why
Which
the
person
internet
would
hate
be
him today?
big mouth? Huh?
So does the internet hate him today?
Yeah, he's been having issues, health issues lately. He, as everybody knows, he's a very big person, but
Yes.
not height wise. He's round. He's in shape. Round is a shape. He is round, but
Yeah.
his heart is like this big, and he's like this big, and he's been suffering from nosebleeds, that kind of thing. So I worry about him. I keep on telling him to go to the doctor, but he doesn't do it. Sort of like,
Yeah, sometimes you have to go. I understand not trusting doctors because malpractice is a real thing. I've experienced a little bit myself, but
if you're a veteran,
so
definitely
far the last 10 years they've done more good than harm.
well, it's better than being
The doctors for me have done more good than harm.
Well, I've had good experiences at the VA, which is one of the few exceptions rather than the rule. I do have to fight for my disabilities, for my hearing still.
Be
And other,
right back.
they only gave me 20% for my hands.
I always found that absurd because so many of you veterans, you worked at really noisy jobs. You know, from machinery to engines to gunfire. It's like they should just assume that you have hearing loss and then prove it the other way around instead of making you fight for that part of the disability. It's like
I had to get my hearing checked.
You don't tell a guy who's spent 15 years working around jet engines that he doesn't have hearing loss. That's nonsense.
I have hearing aids, which I do wear. I just recently got them. They said I didn't have hearing loss due to the military, though it started in basic training. Yet they fully funded me on hearing aids. They paid for my hearing aids, which is really weird. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to pay me the disability check for it. And my hands, because one of the things that happened to me when I was in the service, the Air Force, mind you, I did a lot of typing, and my hands literally swelled up this freaking big after typing for 2 straight weeks, inputting a field manual into a computer manually. They did not have scanner copiers back in the day. We're talking about when computers.
I'm old enough to remember when the scanner copiers came out.
This is back when the Zenith 248 computers were just being introduced into the service in the admin office. So
I have a question. Are you actually able to type, or were you doing the 2-finger hunt and peck?
I can actually type, which makes it really interesting.
Okay,
I'm dyslexic on top of that, which really, I took typing in high school. So that
I had it in middle and high school. Yeah,
but I learned on a manual computer typewriter. Well, technically, it was like an IBM Selectric, typewriter. And one of the things that my instructor did when I was back then is that I had a paper over my hands where I couldn't see my fingers. Had to do everything by touch. But I do have to watch what I'm doing, make sure I get my fingers set on right. Otherwise, I start typing words. Just because I know how to spell it doesn't mean my fingers and my brain match up. They still come out wrong.
Yeah.
And before anybody says, "Oh, you can look up the definition of dyslexia, you'll understand it." No, that's not how it works. Dyslexia is something you just can't get over. It's a condition. It's a disability. It's like anything else.
She was never diagnosed, but I believe my wife has a form of dyslexia, and she was never diagnosed. So her education didn't go as smoothly as it should have as a child.
I didn't learn that I was left-handed until I was in 2nd grade. If that tells you anything. And because I was writing mirror backwards with my right hand until my 2nd grade teacher said, "Hey, try with your left hand." Dominant hand. Which kind of didn't realize I was going down a rabbit hole that everything in the world is geared against lefties. Just trying to get a decent set of bow fishing gear, near impossible. Hey, Jason.
Yeah. I get it with some things. I mean, they have to cater to the whatever the majority is that's going to be buying their product or service. But I think if you really wanted to really engage your outdoorsman public, you should make some concessions with your products too. You know?
Well,
Imagine
did you
being
know-
the only archery company that makes every make and model has an available a version available for lefties. People are going to know you're going to be the go-to company. You know.
Well, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of stuff like on
I-
TikTok and some other places that sell archery gear. There's this one company that's got really beautiful bows, takedown bows, and stuff like that, but they're all right-handed, every freaking one. But if I want something really nice, and I think I recommend one to you, if you want a good traditional takedown bow that you can put in your pack, that's the Deer Seeker takedown recurve on Amazon right now for $83.93.
Yeah, you told me about it the other day. I have it in my wish list on Amazon. Yeah,
And it goes
I'll be
anywhere
going for that one as soon as I'm able.
30 pounds all the way up to 60 pounds. I go with the 55 because that's what I'm comfortable with when I'm going hunting, because you don't need to be super heavy for that. Because I remember, I don't go hunting for big game for a reason, because one, I don't like the competition. And the fact is, I've got a very small freezer. I can't, one deer would fill that freezer and go to roast for the rest.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do with even. I'd be throwing stuff away to bring home like 40 or 50 pounds of meat in one shot.
I don't mind
have very
donating
small chest for
meat to the food stores of Iowa or any of local food banks or stuff like that. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah,
But small game will still put food on your table, like rabbits, squirrel, pheasants, anything actually including turkey is considered small game. If you did not know that. So
yeah. Well, big game and where I live, big game is going to be limited to hog because the deer here are fairly small. For the most part, there are some big ones, but you have to go way out to the middle of the state, really out there to find what you guys probably consider a medium-sized deer.
No.
So
what you consider a medium-sized deer would be considered a large deer to you. Our medium-sized deer are huge here in Iowa. Remember, they're corn-fed.
Yeah.
Big.
Down here they're just small. We have the key deer. I don't know if you know about the key deer.
It's like the little red deer.
They're tiny.
I've seen some
they're
that I used to have off the post.
24 inches at the shoulder or something like that.
They had some similar to that on post to Presidio, where I was stationed in California. They were outside my window in my dorm, and I was the only bow hunter in the dorm. And I was the only active duty person in the dorm at the time. And it hurt like hell that I could not get permission from the base commander to shoot the deer outside my window. There were literally a herd of deer every morning, because where I was at was probably about 50 yards from the gate to a forest preserve. And they come down every morning to eat the grass.
Oh yeah, they like the manicured lawns, don't
He
they?
said you couldn't shoot it out your window. He didn't say anything about taking it out with a frying pan.
I didn't have a frying pan at the time. They kind of frowned on
if you could have just wrestled it to the ground.
I don't know about
fair.
Last minute.
That's fair. No projectiles, hand to hand only.
You do the old Jason and Goliath sling. But I think they would have.
They've gotten really slack.
Yeah. Sorry for over talking you. Go ahead. Say what you're going to say again.
Oh no, they got really slack in Florida for taking a hog, but everything else, all the strict rules still apply.
Bears still have an issue.
They just a few years ago they started. Bears were banned for hunting in Florida for years, and just a few years ago they started offering very limited hunts for black bear. But I think that they have it's like they only issue so many permits per season, and it's like a lottery.
Yes.
Which is kind of what they do with that with alligators too. So
Sort of like they do with moose in the last.
It's like yeah.
Hey, I know
And
about
really, if you want to try alligator meat, just buy it online. Forget the lottery for the ticket
I've had
because
alligator. I've had
you're
alligator.
wasting your time.
All that stuff. I've had it. It's good. A little chewy, but still good. There's a
I
shop
like it.
that sells all jerky from all over the world.
A tip: I had a neighbor who was an avid Everglades outdoorsman, and he didn't have a problem with poaching as long as it was what some people nowadays call ethical poaching. He's like, if you're taking it, you're respecting the animal, respect the environment, don't take more than you need, and you don't waste anything. And he says, I don't care if somebody goes out once in a while and takes an alligator without a permit because there's plenty of alligators out there. What he hated was when people would cut the tail off and dump the rest of the body. He said it doesn't make any sense because if you get caught with the tail or even just a toe, if you cut one toe off an alligator and they catch you with it, you might as well have the whole dead alligator on you. The charge is the same, the fines are the same, the jail time is the same. Right. He's like, besides that, the alligator has lots of meat in it. So when you cut the tail off and throw the body away, you're wasting half the meat. And the best cuts are the backstrap. He says, just like deer. Yeah, he says those are the best two pieces of meat on the whole alligator. He'd rather have the backstrap than two tails. And that says something because there's a lot of meat in a tail. And so he taught us a lot.
Long time. Now, I don't know if there's no really big predators in except cougars in New Mexico, right? Cliff?
Say what now?
Predators in New Mexico. Cougars, right? You do have those.
Oh, man, we've got... Dude, every state's got predators.
Well, Iowa's got 2. Unless you want 3 if you want to count coyotes.
We got coyotes, bobcats, mountain lions, roadrunners, eagles, hawks, little snakes.
I was talking about the animals, not birds.
Then we've got bobcats, lynx, we have cougars.
You got more mountains than we do.
Not really.
If you have one, you got one more than we do.
I don't consider what we have over here a mountain. Like that's to me, that's more. Like
I know you're from Colorado. That's what you're used to. I get it.
No, we have no mountains
here.
Huh?
Florida barely has hills. I mean, barely. Like, well, the parts of Florida that have what you might call rolling hills. It's right. It's being very generous. Very, very gently rolling hills.
You got a lot of
pretty flat. Our predators, our terrestrial predators, we have the Florida panther, which is a smaller, slightly smaller version of the mountain lion, black bear,
the skunk ape.
That's about it. We have coyotes. We have coyotes all over Florida now, even though they're not native to the state of Florida. Yeah, they've even been seen in Fort Lauderdale walking along the seawalls.
Now, they probably imported them to help deal with the pigs.
No, they migrate like nobody's business.
They might do that, but they're eating people's dogs instead. When people start seeing coyotes in their neighborhood, dogs start disappearing.
If these people would
coyotes
stop
have a thing for
tiny dogs, it wouldn't be a problem.
I'm sorry, Chihuahuas are
not. No, I agree.
Those are rats.
Bait dog is what it is. Even a corgi. I want to own a corgi.
I mean, I don't hate the small dogs, but if you're going to have one of these little delicate creatures, you need to keep it inside the fence.
Yeah. Or on a run so it doesn't get snatched by an eagle.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that? Okay.
We do have bald eagles.
Yeah,
we have bald eagles down here. They made a comeback in this area. Yeah.
Now,
for a long time, the only place in South Florida you could really see eagles was down in the Keys, but they've started to move from the north-south and from the south-north.
That's good. Man.
So now I've seen them myself in the last 15 years. Yeah, which is nice.
Oh, we see them all.
Other than that, we have red-shouldered hawks, Cooper's hawks, but no big predators on land except for those two.
Yes.
Now in the water, you have alligators, crocodiles, sharks, and more sharks.
Bull sharks, especially.
So, Yeah, so we do have bull sharks. So
not just on the shores, folks.
just because you're in a canal and it's fresh water.
Because bull
Oh, say it
sharks
again?
breathe fresh water.
Yes,
Alien
and there's no
rays.
place in Florida in fresh water that's too far from the ocean.
Oh, you got the manatees too.
There's
I'm saying
yes.
you like manatees. I'm actually I like that. They're not technically.
They're cool.
Like
I about 20 years ago, I was out in this spot. I could get the coordinates for you, and it's not off the top of my head, but I mean, I still remember exactly where I was standing. I was alone. I've been riding my bike. It was a gravel trail off the main road, and I heard all these splashes, and there's all these little channels through the mangroves where I'm standing, and I thought it was a fish run or something.
right.
Because there's all kinds of fish in this. It's mangrove on the intercoastal, so there's tarpon and everything else. And it wasn't. It was three manatees, one medium-sized one and two large ones, and the two large ones were fighting. That's what the splashing was.
Wow.
And I was like, I'll be damned. I'm watching two bull manatees tussling over what is probably a female, for mating rights. I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Now you do.
And it took me years. Finally, on the internet, you could see where this said. They said there is occasion to see manatees bumping each other during mating season. Like,
so you
was I the first one to see it?
That was a rare event.
Yeah, but I had a really crappy. I mean, this was back in the day where there was still a lot of flip phones, and I tried to record it, but I got the sound, but the video was like worse than any Bigfoot film. But I still remember it.
Bigfoot films are terrible.
Yeah, two manatees shoulder checking each other going down this little channel, and I watched them for 20 minutes because they were moving as they went, but really slow. And I watched them until they were out of sight, and even then, I was listening to the splashes, and I'm like, sometimes it's nice just to go out alone into a natural spot.
That's cool.
It was cool.
I
haven't seen anything like that since either, and I've been back to the same spot.
Okay.
How Steve Irwin am I?
Yeah, no,
No,
that's very Steve
I'm
Irwin
not.
of you to do
I don't
that.
know. But I was out of the water. I did not jump in the water with the camera. I stayed out of the water, minding my own business.
Water with a couple of male manatees going after it. I would no, you'd be dead. Sharktopus? No.
Because they don't. A manatee is just so big and strong, it could hurt you by accident.
Oh yeah, the blubber.
Gentle or not, they bump you just right.
It's like a walrus, but not quite.
They're yeah, walrus would be worse, but I mean they're powerful. They don't look it, but they're really strong.
Just because you think they're slow doesn't mean they are slow.
I'd be more concerned with the elephant seal.
No, we have an animal that can be measured in horsepower. Yeah. I think they say an estimate they could generate like 3 to 5 horsepower in their tail. That's significant when you're talking about a 1,200 pound animal and you're in its environment, the water where we're not supposed to be. Really,
no,
I don't mess with them.
They're marked off generally in the canals. I heard the areas where they're at.
There's some areas, but for the most part, they go wherever they want. So they'll go from like.
That's what I heard as well. You're not supposed to.
They don't. You're not supposed to pet them or anything.
Even though they look pettable,
they tolerate
people. They're like buffalo. Do not pet the fuzzy cows.
No, they tolerate people feeding them or giving them fresh water. Like my sister lives on a canal, a brackish canal that runs to the intercoastal down here in South Florida. And when they come up to her seawall, she'll take the garden hose and hold it down so they can drink fresh water. They'll tolerate that. Fishing people will tolerate that kind of stuff, or people throwing them heads of lettuce and stuff. They will not tolerate you touching them, poking at them, getting in the water with them, anything like that. They're not supposed to. You're not supposed to feed them, but they'll let you. But don't do anything else because they will grab you up. You will get fined.
And don't let the DNR catch you doing it either, because they don't like that either.
No, they really, for a lot of wildlife, they'd rather you hunt it and kill it than to try to domesticate it, because a half wild animal is dangerous to people and it's dangerous to itself. I've seen it with alligators. When alligators get too used to people throwing food in the water, they don't know any better. They just see human shapes and they go, those things give food. And they have no intellect beyond that. And they don't know what too close is. So
Check this out, Cliff.
That's when you snoot the boop. Yeah, they're
yeah,
designed
you
like
have to.
they're I don't know why they do that, because you do like 2 or 3 of those, you're never getting the knife at the bottom.
Why would you want to do it that way? I mean, it doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, I don't know why Mora started doing that connect the dots BS horse crud freaking snap lock for the sheaths. I hate that little tab. It, like, I always get it when I have one on me. I get hooked on everything.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get it off now.
There's a button on the inside. You got to push it.
No, I'm
and then
pushing the
it slide
button.
out.
There's the button.
Yeah, and then it just slides out. Well, it's because you got the knife sideways, Ween.
Oh, okay, got it. But like I said, I'm gonna be giving him this red one away in a future giveaway.
So it lets you connect multiple sheaths together. Is that what it does?
Just for the Mora brand, though. So if you have
Yeah.
like a Mora Light My Fire or whatnot, you can have a standard Mora knife and then a knife that if it has that particular sheath,
The Light My Fire does not.
you have to have the specific sheath that has. Mine's a little easier to see because I got better lighting. You have to have this specific sheath, and then with this particular little key tab, and then they lock together.
There's the key tab on this one.
Yeah, and then you just.
So that sounds like a solution looking for a problem.
No, it's a problem that they thought might have been a solution.
Yeah.
That's where you take the knife and you shave those parts off the sheath.
Yeah, you just
cut them off.
Stick her off, and then you ain't got to worry about it, and then you can wrap other stuff around it.
Like I said, this is the older model with the way they like this.
I'm clumsy. Stuff like that, I'm sure to snag on something walking through tight spaces.
Oh yeah, I mean that thing's.
And that's just in the house.
Yeah, the Light My Fire's also got a different blade, as you can see.
Yeah, it's got a field point. Scandy grind. And that thing is just straight. Yeah, it's seen better days, but this is my carbon one, or my steel one. I got to.
This is a stainless steel one right here.
I got to hit it with some sandpaper.
I don't have any sandpaper at the moment.
But if I'm going anywhere bushcrafty-wise, I'm just going to bust out my Castron. Bust out this guy.
I still like my Flissa better.
Flat grind, unfortunately, on this one, but yeah, that thing is that is a monster.
Yeah, it's a lot like mine, Cliff.
Yeah, absolutely massive blade on there.
Yeah, mine's about an eighth of an inch.
Yeah, I think mine's actually thicker than that. This thing is huge.
It's chunky. It's got some heft to it.
Full 90-degree spine on there. Plus, I like the tip just because I can do a bow drill notch if I have to.
I would not do a bow drill notch.
Yeah,
I don't do bow drills. No, that is a thing with me, and it's funny for everybody else. They try to get me to do a bow drill all the time.
We always try to, but he never does it. And I was supposed to try to teach him how to do it during the meetup, but we never got a chance to.
I kept on having to run my wife around. She had work, and I didn't. Oh, Cliff, I got a question for you. Give me a second here.
I said the only time I want to see a knife blade flex is if I'm filleting something.
Yeah, right.
I'm dressing out a nice fish. Then I want to see some flex, lots of flex, but otherwise I don't want to see any flex.
I need to talk to Cornfed, and I need somebody to officially teach me how to fillet properly. I've never was taught. I was the kind of guy that was gut it, cut the head off, skin it like a catfish, then cook it. Pale it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the way I grew up, but I don't know how to flay.
Yeah.
But I was going to say my question
Well,
was,
yeah.
I got a bunch of these blanket pins.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are handmade blanket pins.
These are brass.
Yeah.
These are good ones. They're decent size, not too big, not too small. I think these would be a good giveaway item too. What do you think? Now I
Hard for
already
me
have
to keep them, but the choice is yours.
no, Cliff. I already have one. I don't need another one. I mean, I literally have this blanket pin, and you know about my other one, which I want it to be a striker with, which is my medieval one. What did I do with it? It's probably in the other pouch.
I had seen blanket pins when I was young. I didn't know what they were. They resembled safety pins, but I didn't know what they were for. I seen them here and there, and nobody ever explained to me what they were. And it was just a few years ago where I happened across a video. A guy was making a cloak out of a blanket,
Yep.
Right?
and he used a big blanket. I was like, oh, okay, that's a familiar thing. I hadn't seen one since I was a kid in the '80s, and but now they've made a comeback.
It's not like they really went anywhere. It's just a lot of people just stopped using them because, again, like you said, it just looks like a giant safety pin.
Well, I've got other versions of it. I got the round one somewhere. I was going to figure out where I put it. It's probably in one of my other bags. I usually keep it in here. Oh, there it is. This one right here.
They're generally made more heavy duty than the safety pins, though, aren't they?
This is the
Yeah,
one I have.
well, for the blanket
yeah,
pins,
that's
they're way thicker because they're holding more material. They're also, I mean,
This does the same thing. It's a
diaper
blanket pin.
pins too.
I do a lot of reenacting, and one of the things I do have is a kilt. This I also call this my kilt pin too. So, but
Hey,
I got
CR wants to know if we can pin his comment.
Give me a
Colin
second.
will put a
Blanket pin his comments.
Give me a second. I gotta do something here because I didn't do something right here. I put it up there. I want to put it on the screen, which is this one right there. There you go. It's pinned.
Looks like Colin, almost like Colin forgot how to do it.
Well, I was trying to do it on YouTube, but I'm on Talk Studio. I have the pop. I popped out the chat on YouTube side because I get the comments sooner. So
there you go, CR.
You were pinned. No, we're not going steady. But what do you guys think about this as a giveaway item? Anybody think that's a good idea? Bad idea?
Yeah.
I got 6 of these.
I think it's a good idea.
$2. I got 6 of these for $2 at the flea market. I gave 2 to Ian.
It might be somebody's first time owning one.
And the thing is, I mean, they're not. You can use them for more than just pinning. Other things you could use, if you need to poke a hole in something, they're still sharp. You can use it as a fish hook if you're really in a desperate situation. But that's, I do sleep with a wool blanket, folks. I have several, which I got the last time I was, not this time, but in August, I picked up a queen size wool blanket. My boy picked up a wool blanket of his own at this fair, at flea market. So same size, different make. We had to look at the stupid
Between my wife and I, we've only ever seen one wool blanket at thrift stores. She found one a few months ago. One. So she got it.
Okay.
I told her, I said, these are wool blankets. If you see one and it's not expensive, because I showed her what they cost if you straight up order one online. I said, think about picking it up. And probably a month or so after I told her that, she found one. I haven't seen one since, but
okay.
always look.
I have about 6 I never paid more
I've
than
got
20
like
bucks for any of
4.
them.
I got a bunch myself.
Yeah,
I've got really nice ones that are like actually from civil defense one from Ohio. It's a single. I've got this one here. I've got 2 more in my bedroom, and a couple others that I've or other places. But the thing is, I find them all the time, and when I find them, I buy them, and I've never paid more than 15, 20 bucks for them. So
I think she paid $8
that's a
for
good
this
price.
one.
And,
Yeah, it's not olive drab like a lot of the surplus ones. It's like an
I've got
ivory
gray
color.
ones. I've got this
So-
is the green one I got right now, and this one here. Let's see if I got the tag right here. I can show it to you. Oh yeah,
I mean, you could buy them all day long on surplus sites, but they're $40 and up. You know,
okay. Give me a
so
second here. Get the tag to show here. Yep, I
Oh,
paid
yeah.
$20 for this, brand new in the bag.
oh no, you can't beat
At
that.
the flea market I went to.
You see, no, you can't beat that.
Unfortunately, that one's
Like I said, I haven't seen them for less than $40 on surplus sites, and that's before shipping and handling. So
Well, so there's Cliff's right there.
yeah, mine's the woolly mammoth, but I'm paying a premium for these things.
I mean,
Now,
they were
100%
not
wool is
really high
scratchy
on.
AF.
Yeah, I actually heard somebody a long time ago say that they made a sort of like a cover for their wool blankets with a conventional bed sheet.
Yeah.
Like they, like not a cover exactly, but they put it on like one side, and that was the side that they put against their skin when they would sleep.
Yeah,
And I was
basically
like,
just
well,
get
that
like
sounds
a,
pretty itchy.
like a
That
bed
reminds me
sheet.
when I worked.
Check this one out.
Yeah. So they actually attached it to one side like a liner, and I was like, wow, that's pretty itchy. That makes me think of like I used to work for a boat builder,
This one here is
working
like
with fiberglass all day.
one, and I paid less than 20 bucks for this one. And this one here is not a military one. This one is a civil defense out of Ohio. Vintage one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's a blanket, and it's like memorabilia. It's a little piece of history.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
then there's this one. This one's a U.S. military one. It's got the U.S. on there. And I got another one that's also U.S. military. That one's U.S. military, but it's not stamped. Ian's got one, also same as like this one, but the way I know it's U.S. military because it's got the NSN number. Both of them have the NSN number. There's just different years.
If you don't know what an NSN is, that's the NATO stock number.
Yeah. I still want a winter cloak too, CR. I plan on doing
the Adirondacks? The Adirondack jackets?
No, cloak, a winter cloak. They're different.
CR, don't you live where there's icebergs? You don't own a winter cloak? That's like me not owning sunblock.
He's not that close to the ocean.
And a mosquito repellent. Your mosquitoes are like how big down there? The size of small birds?
Some of them are. Well, no, we have a variety of sizes. Some are like gnats, and some are like mockingbirds.
And watch out for those
everything in between. Yeah.
30-foot danger noodles.
I'm
pythons you got going on down there now.
I'm torn on that one. If I keep saying if I see one, it's going in my freezer. The problem is they're not quite like the hogs. Like in a lot of places, if I see a hog, I can just draw my pistol and pop it and take it home. Nobody's going to care because they're not much of a problem. With the pythons, have a little bit of protection on them. They have a season. And you need a permit to hunt them, and they're only allowed to hunt them in certain areas. And it didn't make sense to me at first, but then I found out that what they're doing is the biologists are capturing them, putting trackers in them, implanting tracking devices, and then re-releasing them to monitor their behavior. So they don't want people going out there just killing pythons at will and messing up their tracking program. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
giving them
sooner or later, you guys are going to have to finish up your tracking nonsense and let people kill them at will, because they can have like 70, 80 babies in a shot, and they can mate like twice a year. So the only good thing,
And
the only thing that they don't have going for them is,
They lay eggs, right?
No, I think they're oviparous. I think they carry the eggs and they
Inside.
hatch internally.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, snakes. No, they're like lizards. They drop them and then
No.
they kind of hatch.
Pythons, though, I think pythons are oviparous. But anyway, the one thing they have going for them is that baby pythons are small and weak and delicious. Everything will eat baby pythons. So not all 70 from a clutch will survive to adulthood or even the first year,
That's
because
just like turtles.
large fish will eat them.
There's supposed to be a snake that eats them.
Newly hatched pythons,
Go ahead.
there's quite a few snakes that would eat a baby python. But off the
And
top of my
birds,
head,
too.
the king snakes will, rattlesnakes will, many birds will, yes, especially the wading birds. Anything that eats fish out there sees a baby python, it's going down to hatch. The bigger turtles
do you have
will,
kites down there?
especially the soft shell turtles.
Do you have kites? The bird. It's like an
Kites?
eagle. They're called kites.
We have snail kites, but they feed almost exclusively on certain species of freshwater snails.
Okay. We have
But we have osprey. We have lots of osprey. Osprey will eat them for sure. I don't know if they do, but they sure can.
Good
I
enough.
watched osprey catch fish right around my house in my neighborhood, and if some of the fish they pull out of the water are really good sized fish, they could definitely grab a python up to probably 1.5 feet and deal with it.
No, that's
So,
kind
and the
of
hatchlings are only
when
like
you see that happen.
5 inches long.
Kind of reminds me of that when you see a eagle or a big bird catch one of those snakes while they dive down and grab a snake. Kind of reminds me of the old King Kong, a Monster Isle type thing when they grab the big giant snakes and stuff. But that's me just throwing something weird out. I've seen it happen once.
I've only seen a bird of prey carrying a snake once, and I don't think it was an osprey. I think it was a red-shouldered hawk, and I don't know what kind of snake it had. It was too far away.
Mine was
They certainly could.
Mine was a bald eagle.
What I have seen, I saw an osprey carrying a huge fish. I think it was probably a tilapia, and land on the antenna of the local police station to eat it up on their tower.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Can you bow fish tilapia?
Yes.
I've seen.
As long as you follow all the other rules and regulations, there's no bag or size limits on tilapia.
Because I watched.
So you can catch if you can shoot 1,000, you can have 1,000.
Because I watched Monster Mike fishing down there. He's from Florida. He does all kinds of fishing. He does bow fishing from time to time, and he's done that. And I just wasn't sure if that was legal still or not. Because if I ever get a chance to go that way, I bring a bow with me wherever I go. This is my 55-pound takedown longbow. But
I saw a video of these people going out at night in flatboats and spotlights, and the tilapia just sit there, and the arrow they was like fish in a barrel, you know. It was like they were just filling the hull with fish at night. So
that's good though.
That's a lot of fish.
What would you do with that much fish, Cliff?
There's a.
Well, that's right. You wouldn't touch it. He could
curl up. That's what I would do.
He would probably use it as fertilizer.
I would use it as
grab something
better.
You don't eat fish. He likes the
something
fish,
else though, so I just put it on a stump and wait till it comes over there and then pow.
Use it as bait.
That's all I would do.
Fresh fish makes good bait for a lot of things.
Fertilizer.
You can put a little piece of fresh fish in a mouse trap and catch mice. It's good bait. Fresh
I'm
fish is
thinking you
good
can
bait.
use it for making lobster down in your
I'll get
area.
cats over here if I do that.
Yes.
More crab than lobster.
By and large, fresh fish is the best crab bait
You
because
guys get some big crabs.
people,
now.
they'll eat anything, sure, but their favorite food is a freshly dead fish.
Okay. Only in your area there, CR.
But any fish down here that's what's that?
Oh, I was responding to something that CR said. Something fishy going here. So I said only in your area. But I was saying, I don't know. Was there lobster down in your area or just crab?
There's lobster. Yeah, Florida lobster.
No, that's why I'm asking.
The spiny lobster.
Are they any good eating?
Yeah. Very yes. I haven't had it in years, but yeah, it's good eating.
Long legs, right? Those are the ones with the big long legs.
Yeah, they have, instead of two big claws, they have these two long whip-like antenna things.
Oh, okay.
So, and they're found throughout the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
But
If I bounce around,
yeah, there's a season for them.
I'm trying not to talk over.
Hey, my battery's ticking down really fast, so I'll probably be done in about. I should probably just turn it off because it's going.
Okay. By the way,
it just went from 12 to 9 in like 20 seconds.
Battery before you start, or carry a battery pack with you, because we've had SD Mountain.
Yeah,
from time to time.
I'm at home. I'd just be plugged in, sitting on my stool plugged in, but I'm not at home, and my battery pack's on the other side of the house, somewhere in a bag. So I'm at 7%. All right, guys, it was good talking to you.
For next time, thank you for coming up, Shane. I really appreciate it, and it's funny, nice to put a face with the
Oh,
name.
it was fun.
And as you said, I changed your name down here to show who you are. People, that's tough, guys. So yeah, we know.
It helps me get over my fear of public speaking.
Hey, I do not have. That's one thing I do not have is a fear of public speaking, as you probably guessed. I talk a lot. But thank you for coming up. You got some pets to take care of, and plug your tablet in before it dies.
Yeah, I had to let the dog out one more time before I go to bed.
You should check your settings on your tablet.
All right, guys.
Camera settings. See if it's locked or not. Because if it is locked, you can probably turn your tablet sideways. It'll make it bigger. But that was suggested by CR, I think.
I'll check it out.
But be well, be safe, brother.
All right, thanks, CR.
Take care, Tuck. Have a good one.
You too. Good night.
Night, brother. Okay, get him up here. There we go. It's cool to see, what Took looks like. He did a lot of information about Florida, which is really nice. But we can't get Doug in here. We get Took, but no Doug.
Doug doesn't like to get on.
Let's see here.
Smells like beans.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just saying, because why not? I'm being strangely, weirdly strange to strange.
Cliff?
Not strange tonight.
Do you
Strange.
have one of these? Do you have one of these?
Negative.
Do you want one?
Negative. I can pick those up at Walmart.
Well,
They
this
sell
these
ones like
are
that.
not Walmart. These are not from Walmart.
No, but they sell. Walmart has those. I can probably find them at Hobby Lobby too for those big old blanket pins.
I'm gonna try to find some more of these, Cliff, because these are always good, no matter what.
Yeah, those are not easy to find in my area.
Well, I go to a lot of reenactment events. I see them more often than you do, which I'll be at one this Saturday, and I hope to find some more strikers this weekend. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm always on the lookout for more strikers. And no one's hunting a jackalope, Mike. The thing is,
People.
I'd be worried about a jackalope. Someone would get me for hunting an endangered species or something, even though it's not a real thing. By the way, Cliff, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I do have an external light on besides the overhead today.
I was wondering why your lighting was a little different.
Watch this. Ready? This is the light I got from one of the sets I got from Cecilia.
You could just get an 18-inch ring light and stick it in front of you.
I didn't have to pay for this. That's better than buying a ring light. You know that, right? And I could put this behind my camera, but I don't like having lights shine in my eyes like that when I'm trying to talk at the, look at the camera and, see the screen and read and everything. Now I'll try to get some video of my friend Jarrett's shop when I'm at the fair this weekend, and hopefully if anybody sees anything, maybe you guys can shoot me a text and I'll see what you guys be interested in me picking up or whatever. Because I'm probably sure I can probably get a good deal from him.
Maybe.
But I'm trying to convince Jenny to get some pictures that of Ian and me together. That way, see him in his Ranger outfit versus mine. And this character Gillen that I was trying to tell you that he's going to be representing, which he doesn't realize what he's doing, is the only Ranger that uses a sword. And Ian's going to be carrying a sword. So he's unintentionally recreating a character he doesn't realize what it is. I do have some questions for you about sewing kits in your gear, Cliff.
I do not have any sewing kits in my gear.
I've been looking at some of the military sets that they have out there. There's the little pack size ones for repair kits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting one of those because right now all I have right now is some duct tape with some canvas needles and regular needles and stuff. To keep it from poking me and all that kind of stuff. But so this is the only way I could think of to carry these.
I'd probably use shit. That's I was gonna say probably not use duct tape because eventually they will get sticky.
Right.
But there's really not any other significant way to carry those without getting stabbed or at least accidentally sitting on a pack of needles.
I remember back in the day, they used to have kits that were similar to this.
Yeah, they were small ones. They looked like little pill tins.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't find those anymore.
That's because they don't make them anymore.
No, but I did have an idea. Let's see if I got one that I can run it by you and show you my idea. Give me a second here. No, I think it's over here.
Oh, that's funny. That one popped up.
Okay, that's not it. I was thinking of this is my boom boom stick for my inhaler thing for my sinuses, but using a old empty lip balm, like chapstick container.
Yeah.
That for small things like about this size, they're probably about the same. I'm using this as comparison. But that would be, something like that would work for needles and stuff, wouldn't it? Yeah, storage, CR. I can't use this, but because of this, but
So apparently Fiskars sells a little mini TSA compliant travel sewing kit.
really,
Yeah.
link?
Well, it's at a Target, but I'm sure you can find this at like Hobby Lobby.
Well, I know there's a Target in Urbandale.
See, will not let me
It's
go
just
to
down the road from where I work.
I can show a picture at least. That way you can at least look.
Well, you can show it on screen. Show.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Just what I'm gonna do.
Okay. But I think that's a cool idea, especially because everybody.
I can't make it any bigger because the screen's just weird.
Can you click on it to open it to a new window?
No, it won't let me do it. Like even when I clicked on this, all it did was pop up this little side window.
No, do a right click, and it should say image in a new tab or something like that. What was
That's
that?
all it did. That's all it did is it dropped me to that.
Give me a second. Aha.
That's what comes in the kit, apparently. So you get little folding scissors. I'm assuming that's probably going to be anywhere between probably maybe 2 to 3 feet, but I'm figuring more like 3 feet. Although that does say 39, so that might be a 4-foot measuring tape. And then obviously it comes with buttons, both plastic metal. You got your couple safety pins and
It looks like a string threader.
string threader.
I see the push the pin the safety the push pin things.
Yeah, that's just to hold the so it looks like it comes with a couple of those and
I think they're called bobby pins. I think, but I would switch out the strings for something like more heavy duty nylon or something.
no, those are usually majority of those are all cotton.
Like I said, I would probably swap out the string for something a little bit more durable, and you could probably swap out even the scissors for something a little bit more sturdy.
Actually, those are Fisker scissors. Those things are probably razor freaking sharp.
That's right, because Fiskars is a good brand.
Yeah,
Now,
Fiskars makes a lot of outdoor pruning gear and shit. So yeah, those scissors are probably really freaking sharp.
Yeah, I'm looking at Target, and they're running about $11.
This is showing me $4.89.
Well, I've got the bigger one with 62 pieces. It's travel size with tape.
Yeah, I see the one you're looking at.
Yeah, it's on Target, and I got the picture of the one showing.
That one comes with the real. That one comes with the standard the cheap but solid hard scissors,
and the actual extendable tape measure.
Yeah, that one's actually a roll tape measure.
And it comes with 15 safety pins, about, oh my gosh, about
20?
40 push bobby pins.
That's 20.
Some sewing needles and the threader.
Yeah, that's 20 of them. So you get 20 push pins, 15 safety bobby pins, 6 buttons, and 5 different variety sizes of needles and a needle threader.
That's still pretty cool.
And you still also get that was page 2 of that's just the breakdown of the smaller stuff. So that one comes with the 2 marking pencils. I'm assuming that's double-sided tape or something. You got the the adjustable measuring tape, and then looks like 4 good-sized bobbins of thread. White, gray, brown, and black.
I would swap those bobbins for something a little bit more durable, but that
depends on what they're made with. I mean, you can even get more than that, because you can, if that's the kit for $11, you can take those out. Obviously, if you're getting 2 of those in there, those are probably some good sized rolls. That's not going to be pocket sized. That's not a travel kit.
Those thread spools are 25 yards each. So that's 100 yards of thread. But
I get 25 yards on a freaking standard spool, like a little mini spool.
That's what it is. It's each little spool is 25
No,
yards.
I'm talking like the little metal ones you set on top of your sewing machine, and you line those ones up.
Oh, the bobbins.
Bottom.
That's a bobbin. Yeah, you probably use a bobbin if you wanted to. Because they're flat, they probably get more in there.
That's what I'm saying. With that kit, it looks like the way it looks like
hard
it's
plastic case.
compartmentalized.
It's a durable hard plastic case.
Yeah, it's compartmentalized too. So you got looks like 3 compartments in there.
Yeah, I think I would rather go with this kit over the first one you showed, because it's got more stuff in it, but plus it's also got the hard case. And
so does that little one. That little one's got a hard case too.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's if you look at the pictures, it's a little like hard snap case, kind of like what you'd put like a retainer in.
Okay. It doesn't say what size of needles. I would throw in. It says it's got hand needles, 20 straight pins, 15. Okay. 5-foot measuring tape. That's not very much, but
you don't need to measure a lot. Unless you're doing like full-on tapestry work, or you're trying to tailor an entire pantsuit out in the woods.
Well, if like for me, when you lose weight, you do have to adjust your pants and stuff, because belts only go so far
Yeah, but you 5 feet. I mean, unless you're like belt sizes the damn equator, you don't need 5 feet.
You've seen how much weight I've lost, Cliff.
4 feet.
I've lost this much weight. My belt is like flopping around. Like
I understand that, but you still don't need a 5-foot tape measure.
no, but I would say you'd use it for like, say you find a pair of pants like myself. I've got short legs compared to you, but the waist is I've got like a 38, 39 waist right now.
You gotta roll your pants up. That's all you gotta do.
I don't like rolling my pants up because I end up tripping over them anyway. Because they always unroll, no matter what I do.
I can work out in the yard with my pants folded up, and they don't go anywhere.
That's why I generally, if I need to go do any work, I'm wearing shorts. That way, it's not in my way. Oh, by the way, I get measured for new. My feet measured today by Jenny, and I am no longer a 6E width on my feet.
What are you?
9.5. 2E. Because of the weight loss, I've lost my width of my feet.
So what you're saying is you just had fat feet.
I did have fat feet because I was fat. I admit it. I've never denied it, Cliff. I called myself fat.
Well, yeah, I call myself fat all the time.
But I always admitted that I was fat.
Ooh, I found a Rothko olive drab canvas sewing kit.
Oh, how much? And where?
According to this, between $5 and $9. It's a random Navy outdoor supply store.
I see. Is that for $9.99?
No, Rothko. It's
a Rothko. I'm looking at one at Walmart for $9.99.
Yeah, this one I found from a Army Navy outdoor supply store.
Oh, I go to Army Navy. We've been on that site. We've been all over that site. We go to that one all the time, Cliff.
Yeah, they got that one's on there. Looks like it's got a Velcro pocket on there too, so you can add all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, you could load that thing.
Is that the zip up one?
No, this one looks like it's a roll up, and then it's got a tie down tab.
There's another one. They have a U.S. Army sewing kit that looks like it folds over and zips.
So it comes with 3 straight pins, 3 sewing needles, 4 buttons assorted, 3 safety pins, 1 black thread, 1 white thread, 1 OD thread, and then folding scissors.
Is that the field sewing kit?
Yes.
Okay. If you look up sewing kit on the same site, U.S. Army one is right next to it. But I'm trying to pull up that particular one and
yeah, the one for $14.99.
No, $4.99, $4.95.
I got a U.S. Army sewing kit that says $14.95.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the other one I was talking about.
Hey, wait! Go back. Oh man, that's out of stock. You turds! Of course, it's out of stock for that price.
Is that the field sewing kit is out of stock?
No, the pup tent. I was just scrolling down and going real quick.
I'm trying to see what's in the. Okay, it's got 3 straight pins, 3 sewing needles, 4 buttons, 3 safety pins, 1 black thread, 1 white thread, 1 OD thread, and folding scissors. Well, the price is not bad for that $4.95.
No.
Now I want to look at the other one.
I'm still kind of checking. I've actually seen the Fiskars one.
I've never seen the Fiskars one. I'm looking at the Army Field one. And that's pretty much similar, but it's got the bobbin style threads, which is really nice. You said you liked those style.
Well, yeah, because those little metal bobbins, you ain't got to worry about smashing them, cracking them, or doing anything. And you can get, for what you get in one of those, because they're not that thick. Actually, I think I still have some sitting up here, actually. I got mine in a big old case. Oh, let me see if I can actually reach it. Shit, way up here. I don't even have this thing completely filled. This thing will hold like 25 of these suckers. But yeah, there's my bobbin case. So like these little things, each one of those little suckers will hold like 25 yards of thread. So you can get 10 of these in there, probably in one of those kits.
Well, check that one. That's the bobbin one that for that field kit.
I don't know about them janky scissors, but they probably work.
Yeah, but they're folding scissors.
Yeah.
But look, it's got nylon thread. And that one looks like it's braided thread. So that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah. So like I said, I have this kit, and that's got all the little bobbins in it there.
Yeah, but you need something to put your needles in because you need more than just regular sewing needles. You need your leather needles, you need your sail needles, and things like that. And
you can stick them in. You can stick them in between these and just sandwich like 4 or 5 of these together in a little slot. Versus with the other when you're looking at them.
Well, like I was saying, like this one right here, and this one right here, are my curved needles. Yes, they're for canvas, but you could use them for stitching up wounds.
You can also technically bend a needle too if you had to.
Well, these are already curved. They're
Yeah.
already made that way. So
Well, no, I understand that, but in an emergency situation, if all you got is straight needles, you just kind of heat it up a bit, and then you can kind of bend them. You don't have to worry about it. If you bend them slow, you don't have to worry about them snapping.
right.
All right, take care, CR. Have a good one.
You well, CR. I want to get those wound closures that you stick on and then you pull them tight and it just closes them up.
Yeah, like little mini zip ties.
Yeah, I want to get some of those because I think those are a little more realistic and more hygienic compared to sewing and less invasive and injuring to the person.
No, they're already in pain. I highly doubt sticking a needle in them is going to make them feel any more than they're already.
No, but it's a psychological thing when someone's watching somebody stitch yourself up, that kind of thing. And just all you do is just stick something down there, zip it shut. But the thing is, it's not going to be a permanent solution. It is a temporary one at best, obviously.
So with duct tape.
Then you put some duct tape over it because duct tape was actually considered a medical item at first.
It was. So was super glue.
Super glue and and duct tape. And so is M&M's is not is an actual military item too, folks. Just to let you know, they were created for the military, as a way to give soldiers chocolate.
That it was.
But the thing is, having a good sewing kit is not just for repairing your clothes; it can also repair you.
Well, I mean, if you got to rely on a sewing kit, you're in a bad situation to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I probably could stitch myself up, but I have trouble stitching other people. Because I can deal with my own injuries. I just have trouble dealing with other people sometimes. Because I don't like hurting people.
I'm just going to be 100% firm believer if you can't duck it, F it.
Just don't duck the duck thing.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But if you're in a pinch, though, folks, try my idea about if you got some old lip balm containers, you can put a few sewing needles in those. Are about this size. You can't put much in there, but you can put a few sewing needles to keep them in place, and they don't take like hardly any space whatsoever. This is just I'm using this as a representation.
Problem is with lip balm containers, I always lose them. I get about a third of the way through them, and then somehow they disappear on me.
You just reminded me where I might have seen it. Right, so bear with me here. You just told me, and I think I remembered it.
Yeah, I always lose them.
And I was right. Thank you, Cliff. You made me remember.
I don't know how I made you remember anything. I just sat down and said I always lose my lip balm.
No, so this is from the Jasper County Veterans Affairs. But these right here, once they're empty, you screw them back down.
Yeah.
And then you could reuse them. And also, these are also good fire starters too. But Once this is empty, you could use this for a lot of different things. I've seen people make little fire starters out of this, which has like sawdust as well. They put beeswax, sawdust, and everything and put them in here.
Yeah, and
that
then you just slice off little rings and just light them on fire.
Yeah. You can still do the same with the lip balm, but this right here would make a really good little, I guess, needle case if you want to do it that way. And if you want to add thread on the outside, you can just wrap it around side.
I mean, you can just go to like CVS or like Walgreens. I know they sell them because I see them every now and then. I don't generally look for them, but they sell those like little mini pill bottles that look just like the lips, or like a lipstick case, or like you said, like the lip balm containers. They're there to hold, like 8-10 Tylenol. So you have Tylenol on hand, but you're not sitting there walking around with a Tylenol pack this freaking big.
Oh, that's another good idea. I do have some of those because I used to carry around a lot of ibuprofen for me. Same thing. And I think I got some in my medicine cabinet.
I mean, aside from that, you could use a waterproof match case.
Or empty pill bottle.
Yeah.
An empty pill bottle.
It has to be the right style of empty pill bottle. Because like the stuff you get prescription-wise, those are not. I would not recommend using one of those because they're really big.
You can get little survival kits like this,
Yeah. So like that one, you could probably even leave just a couple of matches in there, throw 1 or 2 bobbins of thread in there, and a couple of matches.
There's still room for. Let me take this out. That's the extra striker. But
yeah, I always leave the extra striker in my thing just in case.
That's like a couple strikers actually, but this is not just the. Yeah, this is, I like these right here because Yuko is my favorite brand when it comes to this stuff. Yes, there's other brands out there, folks, but I like this brand just because. Even though I like Strike Anywhere mattress, they work really well. And all you have to do to make them strike anywhere waterproof is just paint them with nail polish.
It's almost 9 o'clock, getting close to 9 o'clock, and it's still 64 degrees in my greenhouse.
Well, in about 15 minutes, I will be done.
It's actually 60. It's actually 64 outside in total. So, wonder what happened if I blew the greenhouse lights out there. See.
I like that sound. That is a short sword, right? Technically.
Doesn't have a proper point. Sorry. Wore out today. My damn shit almost fell out.
I need to get this one properly ground down properly by somebody who knows what they're doing.
I don't even know who all's left in here. Shit, I think there's only like 3 people in here.
There's 5. According to up here on the top of Talk Studio, it says now, 5. If you're still here, please put a 1 in the chat. I don't think we're getting Jason today.
He's been busy. He said he was been doing all kinds of stuff.
Said he would probably not be here because he had things he had to do, which I totally get. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, that's okay too. You got life.
I forced myself to start working, otherwise I'd have fallen over outside.
No, I mean your lives, your family, and all that stuff comes first before any of this. It's more important.
Apparently, Big Mike's not here.
Yeah, that's Super Big Mike.
S for silent Mike.
Silent Bob?
No, Silent Mike. I have my itchy, sticky, and covered.
Now, Cliff, I do have a question for you. I think you might have some of these. Do you have the rechargeable double A's and triple A's?
I don't. Well, I have the physical rechargeable batteries, so I have these ones. But these ones these ones are all old Radio Shack buttons or Radio Shack ones. They don't even make these anymore.
Yeah, I remember those. But I was thinking that you see the new ones with the little either has
with the USB-C tab on them.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't have.
I was thinking about getting some of those to keep in my gear because if you have a small solar panel or something like that, that'd be great to keep some of your items that need to have batteries charged that way if they don't have an internal battery that can be charged. like my GoPro or something like that. They can just plug in and go. But like for your handheld CB radios or ham radios or something like that that require physical batteries, and you have a little portable solar panel that charge those. I don't know how long it would take, mind you.
Quite a long time, actually.
Like a couple of days or what? Or just hours?
But pretty much the whole day. And you might get like 75% of a charge depending on sun. So
Okay.
for a full charge, it might be 2 days. But again, if you have like 2 or 3 batteries for a small flashlight, you're sitting there in rotation. By the time, if you have to use your flashlight that much, you are in a bad state.
Well, the thing is, headlamps and flashlights and stuff like that, whether be like the little O light like you gave me, or my headlamp that I use, those are not meant to be used 100% of the time. I mean, there's other options you can do.
Well, that's why most people, when we use the headlamps, they always throw it on low mode. They don't put it on high, because there's no point in blinding everybody else. You either put it on, depending on if your camera, if it has it or not, either red light spectrum mode, or you run it on the lowest possible light setting that the thing physically has.
If you have an old oil lamp, you can make your own oil in the woods. You know that, right?
I'm not going to sit there and try to make oil randomly out of nowhere.
Well, I was thinking about more like birch oil, which will work. Most oil lamps, even like the ones I have up here on the wall, like right here.
Well, that works great if you live in an area that has birch trees.
Well, any tree that produces some kind of oil in the bark. Iowa has birch. Yours doesn't.
We have a crap ton of pine trees.
Okay, which type of pine trees do you have, though? Because even then, you got to be careful. You can't even use certain pines. You can't even use for tea because it's the wrong kind.
Oh, you can tell right away the pine tree. If you make tea out of it and you drink it and you get sick, don't drink that shit no more.
Well, it's the long white pine needles, skinny ones that you can make the tea out of, not the little teeny skinny ones.
I've got the short ones. Mine are like inch and a half, maybe 2 inches.
Use those.
Okay, thanks.
Those are the bad ones.
No, the big old freaking popped up and blocked out half my whole window. That thing should have been on in the first place. Now go away.
No, it's just I think I lost Cliff. /Cliff. Join.
Did you push a button?
Nope. My hands were nowhere near my computer.
That was weird. That should just straight kick me. Oh, it's probably because my VPN, when my VPN turned on, it probably kicked me out.
Yeah, that wasn't me. No, I mean, I think some of the smaller stuff that we were talking about, like the small sewing kits and things like that, those are very useful items that people don't think about every day. They think, oh, I need the big items, like besides the 5 C's, 15 C's, whatever you want to call it. Those are the everyday things people think of, but they don't think about the stuff every day that you need to repair your gear, not just with duct tape. You need to be able to repair it. So the sewing kits will come in handy, or making a fire starter kit out of a freaking lip balm setup. And Fiskars, they make a lot of really interesting items, apparently, thanks to Cliff. I did not know about the sewing kit. It's the first time I've heard about it.
Fiskars, yeah, I forgot about that. I ran across that one time actually at Home Depot. I was like, what the heck?
If I come across one, I might try to pick one up. I've never heard of them, though.
Spear card? What the heck is the other one? Do I not have my... Oh, it's a good thing I got another one, because that was one of the ones I lost in my last time I lost my wallet.
I am now going to look up, see what other Fisker items that come out that is actually out there. I think there's a Fisker site, right?
Oh, yeah, Fiskars has a site. I still think I'm the only person now on the planet that carries EDC freaking heat shrink in my wallet.
Say that again?
I said I think I'm the only one on the planet that carries EDC. For my EDC carry, I carry heat shrink.
Now, okay, how do you get heat shrink?
You just buy it at the store. This I just happened to there was just some outside of work one day and I picked it up. I was like, oh, free heat shrink. I knew what it was the second I saw it.
Okay, how do you use it?
You basically just put it over something and heat it, and it shrinks up, and locks it nice and tight.
Sort of like those
I
old.
recommend using it to secure ropage, but it's good for a couple of things.
Mike, I'm planning on being there from opening gate until Jenny and Ian complain that they don't want to be there anymore. But as long as I physically can, because that's the only fair I'm going to be able to go to. I'm not going to be able to go 2 days. So
Essentially, if you needed to, what you would do is you would cut off a piece
right.
that you want to. I'll just do this with a pen. Say you want to affix like a pseudo knife blade to a pole or like a pole saw. You would cut it and you would just stick the heat shrink on there and just heat shrink it, and it would seal it up and it locks it tight. It's almost like banding. It's just
Right.
a faster way of doing it, almost like zip ties, but way better.
Oh yeah, zip ties are always a better choice.
Now, if you really, really want to secure something, what you do is you do the whipping, like the lash whipping or whatever. You roll it, and then you pull the end out once you get the tagline in there.
Yeah, they do the same thing with bowstrings.
Yeah, you can do heat shrink on that. Once you get the end locked in, you can heat shrink that, and that stuff will never come off. Especially if you have marine grade heat shrink.
I do not.
That stuff has an adhesive glue inside that when it's hot liquefies,
Then hardens.
dries, it makes a watertight seal.
Sort of like what happens when you use ash and pine sap.
Yeah, that one makes more of a sticky glue, but yeah,
No.
similar
It does
process.
when it's heated up, it's sticky, but when it hardens, it's sort of like ferrotite.
Yeah, it's like rubber cement.
I was thinking more ferrotite, but I've never tried that particular recipe, trying to make some of that. But that's something I need to do in the future.
You got to pick up a lot of pine resin for that.
Well, I was thinking about trying to see about fixing some arrowheads to some arrows that way to see how well they could do compared to using actual ferrotite. I like using ferrotite. That's what I'm used to using. But I would just see if I could do the resin and the ash, is it the ash or is the charcoal?
It's ash, or you can do either way.
But whatever it is, it allows it to be locked in instead of just being sticky.
Yeah, it basically turns it into plastic cement.
Yeah, and that's great. It'd be great for like what I would use it for, like with arrows. It would work great for spearheads. Now, I'm not sure if you could use that lashing technique with the spearheads that you get off your Grim cards. You'd have to split the end of your whatever shaft you're using to hold.
Yeah, I have to split it. Well, that's the thing with these ones. You have no, so you have to split a shaft or shank to get these in there.
Yeah, but then you use
wrap them that way.
then you use that lashing technique and then throw some of that ash wood glue, sap glue.
Once you lash it, technically you wouldn't even have to do that. That's stuck on there.
I know, but it's an extra layer of protection in my book. There's no such thing as overkill in survival. So I'd rather go overboard than underboard and stay alive. It's just one of those things. Mike, I may be anywhere in the fair site, so you don't know where I'm going to be at any given time. And if you see me, make sure it's me. It might be Ian, because he's going to have his hood up and he's going to have his bow and everything, quiver and everything. So you're not going to sure.
I'm pretty sure it should be fairly distinct on who's who, even from behind.
His shoulders are getting broader, dude, and he's taller than me now.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure his butt is still thin.
Most likely, but he's going to be in an outfit that's going to be generally too big and stuff like that.
Okay, you might have a valid point there.
It's my old
lid.
It's my old Green Arrow outfit stuff, but it's just a different shade of green. I'm not, and even, I mean, it's going to be fun to see how well he fills that out. He might do the well in the shoulders and stuff for the over tunic and under tunic and the hood. It's just the pants may be too big on him. But these are my older ones. I don't care. They're too big on me now anyway. Okay. And another way you'll tell us apart, Ian will have a sword on him. I will not. Because he's wearing Jenny's Irish sword. You know, the one that looks like a little symbol of man thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you've already got those piece tied?
Oh, yeah. We always piece tie them. I always, you have to have them piece tied when you go in. We have to figure out, I'm going to work on his quiver to allow the quivers and the arrows to go, the bows to go through. And while they could be still drawn, they cannot be shot.
True. Well, the easiest thing to do is just take the tips off.
No. Tips aside, I mean, other than getting the actual screen accurate rubber tips, which are hard for me to find, they look exactly like regular tips, but they're made of rubber.
Yeah.
They're hard to find, just picking up, ordering offline. But I want to get them though. I'd love to get some of those. That way I can get them and use them and not have to worry about cons and stuff saying, "Oh, you can't do that. They're not real, dude. They're rubber." But I actually walked into WizardCon with full usable gear before. I bluffed my way through, and I tied my arrow to the string with a wire, and they said that was good enough. Not realizing all it takes is a flick of a thumb, and it breaks loose. But that was also when I did my boxing glove arrow, which was a fishing arrow.
You can find a bunch of them, the actual pointed ones on eBay, but most of the time the rest of them are just like square, like blunts.
Yeah, I'm looking for the movie screen accurate stuff.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it on eBay, but again, I says Walmart has some, but I don't know. Ooh, it makes it just airy, foam, like a foam rubber. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far into this because you got about a minute left.
Oh, I can go a little bit over. I'm not like super worried about it. You know what I mean? But
I've got stuff I still got to do.
well, I can understand that. I mean, rubber blunts I've got, but you can tell that they're rubber blunts. The ones that I'm finding as these rubber arrowheads, but they're orange. But I don't want the orange ones. I want to get them black or whatever, make them look like steel.
Yeah.
And not looking like an eraser. That's the only issue.
Yeah, AliExpress sells some all right one. Children's beginner training archery broadhead arrowheads.
Those soft ones. That way when they security checks them, they're completely rubber. If I could make some out of foam that looks real, but it isn't, I would do that. Because I think that would look really cool. Hey, Firefly, how you doing?
Man, Amazon has a crap ton of these things.
Lori just got here.
Hey, Lori, how's it going?
I haven't seen her in a while. It looks like it says Firefly Farm, New York. It's YouTube at its finest. YouTube.
Yeah, Lori's in New York.
I know, but they changed the name.
That's because that's her original sign-up name.
Yeah.
When she signed up for YouTube. Yeah, you can get 25-piece black soft rubber practice arrowhead safety glue on target blah 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 for like $8 on Amazon.
Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks, and share. No, I would love to do a full set of look-alike Green Arrow arrowheads and stuff like that. I can do the Green Arrow boxing glove. That's an easy one.
Lori, you can't listen to us and try to get to sleep, and that's ridiculous.
No, we end up talking about a little bit of everything, and you might get interested and start. I got to chime in.
Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. YouTube's doing something weird right now. I don't know why. They're
I think
updating a lot of stupid stuff, and most of the updates I already hate and want them to go back to the original.
they always end up changing things for some stupid reason, and they don't explain why. And it ends up making it worse instead of better.
Yeah.
Better for who? Them or us? We're the creators. Without us, they wouldn't be here. But no, I would love to be able to cast some of my broadheads and stuff and make them in where they're like they look real but they're not. Because I'm not sure how they did it. I know they do CGI on like on Arrow and stuff like that. But
You good with spending $14? I found a 20-piece wooden arrow, soft rubber tips, 17-inch. Well, they're short arrows, basically.
Post it.
Let me get the link first.
Because I can always change the tips out. That's the issue. I can do that. That's no issue. Mike says he's adding subliminal messaging.
Let me make sure this link works. I hate doing these links from Amazon because half the time you never know if the damn thing works.
Oh, what you need to do is that you delete most of it if it's a really long link. I do. Till you get to the question mark in the middle of the whole link. If you keep everything from the question mark all the way up to the HTTP, then you use that part. It'll still work. The link will work, but the rest of that extra junk is gone. But what's it called again? It's on Amazon, you said, right?
Okay, that worked. All right, now that'll help actually a lot. So let me do this.
Because I want to, if you find some really cool one, I'd love to try it.
Now, mind you, they're 17 inches, but you can probably just buy some dowels from the store, and they just kind of glue the ends on.
Yeah, those are the ones that look like erasers. I've seen those, and they're not very good. Which is why I was thinking about if I do more of a hard foam version of them, that still would, bend and everything, like a Nerf version, technically. And they would look totally real, but they just crush when you touch them. That would totally freak people out, not realizing that it's fake. But I also know how to do a stage draw and all this other stuff that people don't realize. Gesundheit.
What? Maybe these ones then. Because those are essentially just rubber blunts. But those are like the best ones that I have seen on here. Or they've got some slightly flatter ones. Did that link work?
Yeah, the link worked.
So that's pretty much what I'm finding. You can get them in either orange or red.
I was thinking like stage prop, stuff kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
I mean, I've seen plastic arrowheads that people they have them for necklaces and stuff, but I'm not looking for something that's hard plastic or anything. But I think Lori has the gist of it about doing like a silicone version.
Making your own silicone mold?
Yeah. But I just take a regular one of my broadheads and just make a silicone mold of it, then do my own version of it. That way it looks totally real, but it's totally fake. But you attach it just like everything else, and you would seal it just like you would normally would. But it would be totally proper.
Mix a little bit of use a clear resin if you're going to do it, and then put metal flakes in it. Kind of give it a metal sheen.
Well, you could do that with like an airbrush, with the
Yeah.
little airbrushing, and that would give that little fake edge type situation.
Yeah. That's where I got on that, and that's what I figured I would try to find in a couple of minutes to see what I could do.
Oh, you did awesome. I by the way, I have some of those soft rubber arrowheads. I use those for my hunting. Those work really great when you have field points. You just fit them over the top of those if you don't want to take anything off. So that I got like 2 or 3 of those. Those are awesome. I use them myself. Great for a small game. You should actually get some, Cliff, because in your area you can take down small birds and stuff in your garden.
I don't like taking out the birds in my yard.
Smooth it on. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
Smoothonit.com for supplies. Or either that or it's smoothon.com.
Well, I think that's for making the silicone mold. I mean, expanding foam would probably work if you do it right with the right mold. Then, no?
Not for something that small. That's hard to do, expanding foam for something that small.
No, that's too bad.
Because once you start mixing expanding foam, you've got a very short window to pour it before it actually expands.
Right. Okay.
And if you don't have a steel press mold for that, silicone mold, you do not want expanding foam in a silicone mold. It will destroy it.
I found the website, Lori. Thank you. I'd have to literally make my own mold. Jenny actually has molds that they make at work for their feet and stuff like that, for people's insteps and stuff like that, for making insoles.
Yeah, plaster casts.
Yeah. I can get some small pieces of what they have there, make a plaster cast version of it, and use that as a mold and do something like that, because I could use scraps from their shop to do that for free. So I don't have to buy anything, but I'll just have to buy the materials to actually make the actual heads. And I would have them set up where I could fix them the same way I would an arrow and everything else. It's just going to be a totally fake one.
Yep.
And the thing is, that way I could pull them out of my quiver and they're totally safe. And if someone tries to take them out, they look at them, they look totally real, but they won't cut anybody. They won't kill anybody. But if I shoot somebody with it, you're going to get hurt because the shit is real.
It'll still sting a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have a short window to work with when you're working with expanding foam.
I don't know much about theater stuff, but I know about cosplaying stuff, though, Lori. So if you've done anything with arrows, let me know, because I'd love to do that for mine. But the best I've ever done was making a boxing glove arrow for Green Arrow. So I would love to be able to make an expanding boxing glove like they do in the cartoons. That goes like this. It goes from like a little cylinder to full-on boxing glove. But I did notice in the cartoon it's different than the comic book, because in the cartoon he pulls it out of his quiver, does something that pops up into a boxing glove, then he shoots it. It does not, the one he's shown in the comic books, he shoots it, then it pops up as he's shooting it. Unlike the one they did in Green Arrow, where he just sticks an arrow inside a boxing glove and shoots that.
Yeah, unrealistic. The weight of that thing wouldn't even fly. You get about 3-4 feet.
I would use a little kid's boxing glove. They do have little kid miniature boxing gloves, and those would work great. They look really cool. Just spray paint it green. Silicone is the final product. Okay, what do you use to make it a little bit more firmer because you don't want it to be flopping around. The silicone is not what you call the most sturdy.
It depends on the silicone you use.
I don't know. That's the thing that's what I'm trying to figure out what the firming agent would be, because you don't want it super, hard or anything, obviously, but you want it firm enough when you look at it, it's not going to go, and it doesn't look like an eraser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the barrels on those ones you showed looked great until you got to the actual blade parts. Then they look like erasers.
Well, they're supposed to be just for kids, like soft target practice. So they don't.
I mean, I'm sure somebody you're probably using an eraser, literally, but I wouldn't.
You better off. There you go. There's your cheap solution. Just buy a pack of erasers and spray paint them silver.
Yeah.
I mean, at an angle, it's going to look like a field point.
I could probably grind them down to make them look like actual field points.
Yeah, some scissors or whatnot, just cut them at an angle or whatever you got to do. But yeah, you probably cheaper to buy a pack of actual erasers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how big they can get or not because I think you can get them in any size, I guess.
Yeah, but erasers are going to be the same size as a pencil, which a pencil is usually the same diameter as a freaking arrow rod. But like your standard number 2 pencils, you're usually about the rough thickness of a standard arrow shaft.
Well, you can get some helix size, oversized ones. Here, check these out, Cliff. These are the helix. Unfortunately, they're white. They're hard to see. There they are. Give me a second. Show on screen. Like those.
Yeah, that's a standard eraser. But
Well,
those
that's an oversized one, but yeah. With a little bit of shaping, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take much to shave one of those down to make it look like an actual field point.
Or even a small broadhead, even.
Yeah.
More like a bodkin. A small bodkin would be more appropriate, I think. With a little bit, because I think you could probably use like a file or something to file it down a little bit. Then the spray paint comes out.
I would honestly, with those, I would just use them that way. I mean, again, it's not like you're going true professional look over here. You're just going for like a pseudo cosplay effect.
Well, when I pull it out, I don't want it to look like an eraser. I don't want it to look like an eraser. I want it to look like what I'm cosplaying as, not just.
Well, yeah, like I said, you just shave it down and spray paint it different color. It's not going to look like an eraser.
No. But
they're gonna probably just think, oh, he's got a rubber tip on there.
Well, that's why you make it look like a bodkin, and the bodkins are usually dark and metallic looking anyway. Sort of like give me a second here. Stop sharing that one. Just about that color.
Yeah. Like I said, just get some metallic spray paint and just hit it with it.
Yeah, the old ones do get money hard, Mike, but I would get the newer ones. But that way they could, you could show them that these are not real, these are fake, and they can't say much about them. And the fact is, the fletching and everything will be real because that part's got to look the part. And the boxing glove arrow is always going to look like a boxing glove arrow, no matter what you do. If you're doing green arrow, but you just one of those things. I like a little realism when I do stuff. Yes, my bow's real. Yes, the thing in my nocks and stuff are real. I just want the ends to, people to appreciate.
Well, are you going to have your bow fully strung, or are you going to have it reverse strung?
No, don't even say reverse strung. That's a no-no. You know it. I would have a fully strung bow. Night, Lori. It is
On
about
the
time.
dangerous side.
It's about time for me to go too. I'm 17 minutes past where I was planning on going,
Yeah,
but I got on a tangent and I couldn't.
that was my fault.
I had
Trying
to
to do
follow
it in like a 4-minute window.
I had to follow down that rabbit hole just to get it out of my system. Otherwise, I'd be thinking about it all night. But and I've got to get my stuff cleared up here. I don't have as much as I normally have out, but
Yeah, I still got to clean up a few things outside.
you got your greenhouse buttoned up.
Yeah, greenhouse is buttoned up. It's same temperature inside the greenhouse as it is outside, but I also don't have anything heating the inside of the greenhouse right now.
Okay, I asked this of Jason yesterday. I'm going to ask you this. This is an actual garden question. I was looking on Temu, and they have 2 separate raised garden beds. They're galvanized steel style. There's the oval kind or the rectangular kind.
Get the oval.
Okay, what is up with the ovals?
You don't have to worry about the sides collapsing, or especially with the way that most of those beds are made. They're usually sheet aluminum flashing for like roofs, like cheap corrugated metal. And those tend to give out, especially at the corners, because there's only a couple of bolts that hold them together. And there's usually no vertical upright to keep the long side from bowing out or collapsing in.
Okay, get in here. Let me close out the live, and then you and I could continue talking about this because I mean, you have the knowledge I need right now.
That's because I also have like 9 or 10 galvanized round tanks.
You have the tanks. I was thinking, I'm just getting the kits. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. But thank you from Colan from Kincaid Outdoors. This is my
Fox
co-host.
Outdoors.
Thank you all for coming. We're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not really, but know it, sow it, and grow it, folks.